continues, what we expect from him. We saw, Oso handle the ball quite a bit in the backcourt, and it's just fun to see, this group come together against outward competition. We've had the opportunity to go and see them, in the practice facility, but it's always good to see the competitiveness come out.
This is Jalen Wilson from the Nets talking to the crowd in Macau, and I think he's going to hand it over to Royce O'Neal. So let's let you hear it. First, the translator is going to let everybody there know what Jalen Wilson just said, and then Royce O'Neal is going to get a chance to talk.
And next, Royce O'Neal.
What's up, Macau? On behalf of the Phoenix Suns organization, the coaches, players, we appreciate the support, all the hospitality, and we want y'all to enjoy the show tonight. Let's go, Phoenix.
There you go. That's the man that the Suns are calling Unk this year, because he's the old dude, Tim. Isn't that hard to believe? Royce O'Neal, you don't really think of him as one of the old guys in the league, but for the Suns, that kind of tells you the story of where the roster is right now.
And it's fun. It's good to have those guys around. And, you don't think of Royce O'Neal. Yes, he plays quite a bit, but you may not think of him as a leader, but that tells you right there how much the Suns respect him. It's like, Mark West, Big Daddy. We still call him Big Daddy. And, may not have been the most dominant player on the floor in terms of who was scoring points statistically and everything, but as a group, Big Daddy was the guy that we look to for leadership. And now you look at these guys, the Phoenix Suns, looking to a Royce O'Neal Unk for leadership.
Oso Ighodaro, by the way, you mentioned him. I did not. 6'11", 227-pounder from Marquette. He is starting at center for the Suns. So it's Booker, Allen, Brooks, Dunn, and Ighodaro. Thanks to head coach Jordan Ott, his assistants Jesse Mermis, Damari Carroll, Brian Randall, Jason Allen, John Little, Mike Muscala, and Sean Dwyer. And for the Nets, their starters are Cam Thomas and Nolan Traore in the backcourt. The forwards, Terrence Mann and Michael Porter Jr., and Nick Claxton starting in the middle. Head coach Jordy Fernandez, assisted by Steve Hetzel, Juwan Howard, Jay Hernandez, Dutch Gately, Davidus Dolkis, Ryan Forehand Kelly, Connor Griffin, and Corey Vincent. As Oso Ighodaro and Nick Claxton ready to jump it up at center court. Our officials, Curtis Blair, Nick Buchert, and Musa Dagger. And Oso gets to it first, tips it into the backcourt. Suns wearing their purple, trimmed in orange and white, will make it across from left to right with Devin Booker handling the basketball. He gets it to Oso, who hands it off to Ryan Dunn. Left wing, it's Allen for three. That's off the back rim, but Oso up high for the offensive board. Allen gives it back to Oso. He scoops it up, and it's blocked by Claxton, but count the basket. It's goaltending. The call is Nick Claxton got it on the way down.
Yeah, much better start to this game than the last one, ladies and gentlemen. The Suns are already up 2-0.
Yeah, it took a while before they got their first lead because the Nets came out blazing. Now, not to say the Nets won't do that again. They haven't had an offensive set yet. Here's Traore into the forecourt for the first time. Hounded by Grayson Allen, who gives him a shove. Now it's over to Porter, top of the arc. He hands it off to Claxton and gets it back. Shoots a three left wing and hits it. So there you go. Michael Porter Jr. picks up where he left off as he buries a three. And the Nets take a 3-2 lead. Suns tried to rush it up the floor, but the pass was errant, and it went out of bounds. Dylan Brooks couldn't handle it, so a turnover back to the Nets. We're 46 seconds into quarter number one, and happy to have you joining us wherever and however you're tuning in to the Phoenix Suns Basketball Network here for Game 3 of the preseason, which wraps up Tuesday night here at Mortgage Matchup Center against the Los Angeles Lakers. That'll be a 7 o'clock normal jump ball start time. As here's Michael Porter Jr., left wing, dribbling against Dylan Brooks. He wraps around with his off arm and gives it to Traore for three. He got it blocked away. Booker gets the loose ball and gets it ahead to Allen. Ryan Dunn got the block. Now he gets the shot for three in the corner. That one's short, and the rebound is taken by Cam Thomas. Hustle it into the forecourt for Porter on the right wing, dribbling against Oso Ighodaro. He cuts him off. He steps back for a three. That's no good. And Grayson Allen, a solid box out, gets the rebound. And an outlet pass to Dunn, quickly up the right wing. Crossover on Thomas. He got blocked by the shorter Cam Thomas. Impressive defensive play there by a man who's normally known for his offense. Now ahead, it's Traore dribbling into the lane for the Nets. He'll scoop it up and in off the window.
Yeah, and you see Michael Porter Jr. He wanted to go to the Nets. He'll have an expanded role than just another guy that's there to make some shots for the Denver Nuggets.
It's a great call. Is Oso Ighodaro with a great little move getting into the lane and to the rim for the scoop shot that goes. And Oso has his first or second bucket. He's got all four for the Suns. 5-4, Nets lead it. Claxton driving into Oso's chest, puts up a running left-hander, can't get the roll. Booker does get the rebound and gets it quickly into the forecourt. Swing to Allen, who fakes the three. Now Dunn driving baseline. Gets it back out to Booker, who resets at the top of the arc. 15 on the shot clock. Booker drives to the right elbow. Step back, 18-foot jump shot. And a tough one is an air ball deflected by Claxton into the hands of Traore. Outlet pass, Terrence Mann for three in the left corner. That's off again, and Devin Booker collects his third early rebound. Into the forecourt he comes with a right-hand dribble. Stops and gives to Dunn on the right side. Suns trail by a point, 5-4. With 9:10 left to go in the first. Dunn into the lane. Step back jumper from 8 is short, and Cam Thomas has his hands on it. Quickly ahead for Traore. He gets past Booker to the lane, then backs it out to Claxton wide open for three, and that's an air ball that sails out of bounds.
That's not his range. Nick Claxton is a 3, 4, 5 foot catch and finish at the rim.
He figured I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah,
right
why
here.
not? It's a preseason.
Preseason. It's the middle of the night at home. Maybe not everybody's watching. Although in Brooklyn, it's not necessarily the middle of the night. It's 7:15 in the morning. All right, here's Devin Booker having to track back into the backcourt. Claxton, by the way, 8 for 40 career from three. So he has taken 40 of them in his 7 years. Here's a three from Dylan Brooks, who's taken a lot more than that. Can't get it to go from the left wing, but he was fouled. That could mean 3 free throws for Brooks.
Yeah, a little over-aggressiveness there on the defense. I got a question for you. Did Devin Booker wear a headband in the first game against Brooklyn? I don't remember one. So... And we've seen this with...
So are you asking for what the formula is? Of
yes.
When he's rocking a headband and when he's not?
Because we've seen that as well, like take last season.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't wear it every night, but every once in a while he breaks it out. Is there a formula? Is there some...
We're going to have to get to the bottom of that. All right, let's put that on the list for our investigative reporting team here at the Suns Basketball Network. Also, is there any correlation between when he wears a headband and a beanie in the warm-ups?
Doesn't he wear a beanie all the time?
It's not every game, I don't think.
No?
It's a lot, though. He does like wearing the beanie for the warm-ups. But you wonder, because when he does beanie up, I don't think there's a headband under the beanie. No. We're going to really figure out all these answers for you because we know that is what our listening audience wants. And they also wanted Dylan Brooks to hit some free throws. He did that for you. He made all three while we were jib-jabbing over here. 7-5, Suns with a lead. And it's 8:15 to go in the first as Oso and Ryan were bothering the heck out of Nolan Traore. The last year's draft class just hounding this year's rookie for the Nets. And they knocked the ball out of bounds. Actually went off Oso's foot.
Yeah, Ryan Dunn. I don't think you want to put those two guys in a pick and roll. Ryan Dunn and Oso are gonna take that and really make it difficult on you.
And right now, Oso making it difficult on Nick Claxton, who spins, shoots, and misses on the baseline. But Cam Thomas the rebound, and he hits a high arcing fadeaway, a little rainbow shot from the right elbow. Cam Thomas showing off his variety of range, and it's 7 apiece. Here's a bounce pass all alone. Dylan Brooks will put it in with a left hand. Nice feed from Oso Ighodaro.
Yeah, and again, you'll see that quite a bit this year, where the Suns have a cutter along the baseline once the guy catches the ball at the high post. And it's a little bit of a shift because in the NBA there's always that thought of spreading the floor, looking for the three-point shooter on the weak side. But the Suns have definitely made an effort to run that guy along the baseline and get some easy buckets, and we saw it on that play right there.
And at the same time, on the defensive end, they're not allowing the easy buckets for the rim runner, Nick Claxton. They just bodied him up when he got the ball. The foul was called, and now the Nets reset. They throw it away. Terrence man was looking for Traore, and you can see the intensity of the guys in purple right now.
It's still there, and they continue to pile up the turnovers.
Let's get another one there. And now it's the Suns basketball with Grayson Allen inbounding it to Ryan Dunn in the backcourt. Cam Thomas applying a little pressure defense as Dunn crosses into the forecourt with a left-hand dribble. Now he gets to Booker, left wing, dribbling against Mann. Got him into the lane, lost the handle. Mann got the steal, bounced it ahead in transition. It's Cam Thomas up the right side. Crosses over between his legs, then fades and hits again. Another tough shot. The crowd loves seeing that action in Macau.
Yeah, Cam Thomas can score. It's going to be called on a bunch for the Nets this year.
Dillon Brooks trying to answer with a three from the left side. That rims off. And Michael Porter Jr. able to track down the rebound. We're tied at 9, just under 7 minutes to go, quarter number 1. In Macau, China, Nolan Traore gives to Claxton, gets it back at the top of the key. Now gets a pick from Claxton, tried to give it to him rolling, and it's knocked away. Stolen by Dillon Brooks, 2-on-1 with Grayson Allen. It's a lob and a jam time for Dillon Brooks as he finished the alley-oop put up on a platter by Grayson Allen, and a timeout for Jordi Fernandez and the Brooklyn Nets. Suns go up 11-9 as we've got 6:37 left to go in quarter number 1, and we're back after these messages.
Action Termite and Pest Control is proud to be the official pest control provider of your Phoenix Suns. With over 5,000 five-star Google reviews and more than 50 years of protecting Arizona homes, Action is the name you can trust. From scorpions and spiders to termites and rodents, Action has you covered so you can focus on the game. Take action against pests today. Call 602-899-2222 or visit actiontermitecontrol.com.
Suns fans, join FanDuel today. You'll get started with $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Plus, after the game tips off, you can even combine live prop bets into a same-game parlay for a chance to win big. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the Phoenix Suns. 21 plus and present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
Dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience. That all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Phoenix Suns. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Suns stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Suns. See you courtside, Phoenix.
The Phoenix Suns have a new coach, a new GM, and some new young and talented players, but some things remain the same, like D. Book and D. Schwartz. That's Dr. Schwartz for those asking. Yes, the team eye doctor of your Suns is back for his 26th season. While he may not be able to dribble behind his back, he is the most advanced LASIK surgeon in the Valley. So for those of you interested in LASIK surgery, the Schwartz Laser Eye Center is offering free consults in Scottsdale, Glendale, and Mesa. Call 480-483-EYES or go online at teamidoc.com.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
Well, it might be 4:23 in the morning here in Phoenix, but the energy is at a high level out in Macau, China right now, where it is actually 7:24 p.m., and the Phoenix Suns are taking an 11-9 lead over the Brooklyn Nets. We've got 6:37 left in the first. Tim.
Well, unlike you and I, John Bloom, those guys got a lot of restorative sleep last night, so I expect the energy to be a lot better there.
They've been learning about that from, like, sleep specialists and stuff, right? Getting ready for this trip.
Yep.
Did you take part in the sleep specialization?
No, I wasn't going, so it was, as they say, non-essential for me to learn.
What did you call it? What was the word? For what kind of sleep? I mean, it's
restorative.
Restorative. That's a really large word for 4:24 a.m.
Thank you.
Yao Ming, by the way, really enjoying his courtside seat right now as he looks on. And the Suns playing defense. They're going to do some full court style defense as Terrence Mann gets it across the timeline against Devin Booker's pressure and now hands it off to Cam Thomas. 14 on the timer as he stands on the logo center court. Around a pick from Claxton goes Thomas to the right side. Dribbles against Iguodala into the lane, running left-hander, no good. And a rebound to Colin Gillespie. That's all he does is he just checked into the game, gets it to Dillon Brooks for a three that's short, and guess who tracks down the loose ball? Colin Gillespie. 2 rebounds in 2 seconds. Here's Booker over to the left side. Dillon Brooks gets it from him. drives the lane, steps into a jumper from the dotted line that rims out, and it's tipped by Dunn into the hands of Traore. He gets off to the races, swings to Porter for 3 left side. That goes for Michael Porter Jr., and Dylan Brooks was in his jersey.
Yeah, he sure was. Michael Porter Jr., big kid, 6'10", shoots over the top of that pressure.
Devin Booker, speaking of shooting over pressure, does the same thing on the other end as he returns the favor for his first 3 of the game. And Booker into the scoring column. It's 14-12. Suns back on top. Traore on the drive got away with an extra step, but he was being tied up by Colin Gillespie, and a good call underneath by Curtis Blair as he noticed it. It's a jump ball. Colin Gillespie, nice defense.
Yeah, it sure did. It was a 2-man defense right there. Traore had to pull it back because Dunn was coming over for the weak side block. But once he did pull it back and put it in front of him, Colin Gillespie with the quick hands just tied him up.
And I mentioned Devin Booker shooting over somebody. It wasn't just anybody. It was Day'Ron Sharpe, was one of the bigger bodies on the Nets that was right there when Booker pulled up. But he was like, hey, if they're going to do that on the other side, I got to show them we've got that too. Here's Colin Gillespie jumping up against the taller Traore. He got a piece of it, but it's the Nets who get the ball. Cam Thomas in the right corner ends up elbowing Royce O'Neal in the chin, and Royce takes a tumble. Thankfully, he's got that big growth of beard that maybe softened the blow from Cam Thomas, and Royce back up to his feet, but that is an offensive foul on Thomas.
Great pressure by Royce O'Neal, and that's the thing that happens with that pressure, make the offensive player uncomfortable and do a little bit outside the norm.
Thomas was trying to argue that he was just making his normal move, bringing it from his right to his left, but that elbow caught Royce in the chin, and now here come the Suns from left to right. Colin Gillespie on the dribble drive into the left block, gets it back out to Booker, then he gets it back on the left wing, up fake for 3. They play catch. Booker holds with 7 to shoot. Royce O'Neal sets the screen, then slips it, gets an around-the-back pass from Booker, and then he's fouled on his way up to the rim. Nick Buchert blows the whistle and is trying to figure out whether or not it's free throws. He's looking over to Moussa Dagger to get some help. And it is going to be a couple of free throws for Royce O'Neal, who's just checking his kisser to see if he's got any blood after that elbow.
Checking the chiclets. Make sure
Are they all there?
It doesn't have a loose one.
Hopefully not.
I got one thing that I did, one play when I was playing in Europe, I wore a mouthpiece. And last game of the season, I got hit the hardest I've ever gotten hit. And I kept that mouthpiece in, sucked on ice the entire way home. Had my mom get me a dentist appointment. The first thing when I landed in New York, oh, man. If the doctor said if I hadn't worn a mouthpiece, I probably would have lost 3 or 4 teeth by the damage that it had done that he could see.
Wow, but you ended up saving them?
Saving them,
That's a good doctor right there. And both free throws, by the way, while Tim was storytelling, were good from Royce O'Neal, so the Suns are up 4. And now they get a steal. Booker ahead to Gillespie. Euro step in the lane, puts it up. No, tipped up, yes, by Nick Richards on the follow. And Nick, an immediate impact as he just checked into the game, has his first bucket, and the Suns have their biggest lead. 18-12 with 4:35 left in the first. Zaire Williams on the drive, swatted away by Richards from behind. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Nets, so the Suns will get it on a turnover.
Nick Richards doing a really nice job, waiting for the commit, going up and blocking the shot.
And to add insult to injury right there,
went off.
Zaire Williams was just standing after he got his shot blocked, and the deflection came and hit him out of bounds, and that's why it's going to the Suns, as Royce O'Neal will trigger it in.
Yeah, and we've talked about it a little bit, John, but I think the front court with the talent and the skills of, let's say, 4 guys, that's going to be a pretty strong position for the Suns this year.
Speaking of strong positions, how about shooting guard? How do you feel about that?
That one's not bad. Devin Booker pulls up for another 3 in the half court. Nothing but net.
Absolutely pure from Booker, and he's 2 for 2 from deep. 6 quick points for Book. Suns up 9, 21-12, but not for long. Cam Thomas on the drive. You can't keep him down as he gets to the rim, lays it in, and the foul, a chance at the conventional three-point play.
Yeah, modern-day scoring machine. Cam Thomas, you talked about his stature, but strong, goes to the basket, obviously has the range for three-pointers, can beat you off the dribble. Cam Thomas is going to have to be a big part of the offense for the Nets if they want to have any success this year.
Yeah, 6'3", so, that's the stature part, but he plays bigger than that, it seems. It's a free throw that misses. They get it out to Zaire Williams, and he lines up a three and knocks it down. So that cuts it to a 4-point game, 21-17. Booker rushes up the left wing, lobs cross-court Gillespie in the right corner. He makes a tough catch and dribbles against Ben Saraf, who just checked in. Bounce past Richards, down low, out to O'Neal. Now Booker left wing, another three. Got it again. Devin Booker, 3 for 3 from downtown. He's got 9 to lead all scores, and the Suns go back up 7, 24-17, with 3.5 to play here in the first. Saraf gives it over in the right wing to Williams. He just knocked down a 3 for the Nets. Now Sharp hands it off to Thomas. Up fakes and gives it back to the big fella. Now Thomas gets it back in the lane, hangs and misses the runner. Royce O'Neal was there defending, and he's going to pick up the foul, so free throws for Cam Thomas.
And what I like about that last possession for Devin Booker is not having to do too much. You know, it wasn't all one-on-one, him coming off a screen. He gave it up. The ball gets moved around, and now the defense isn't focused on Devin Booker because he doesn't have the ball anymore. Ball comes back around to him. There's plenty of space for him to catch and shoot.
And they gave up a good shot for a better shot because Colin Gillespie could have taken the 3 in the corner. He waited, and they got it to Booker for a wide-open 3 after he had just buried 2. That's what you like as a high-percentage shot.
Find the hot hand and keep making the defense move.
Cam Thomas a hot hand right now for the Nets, and that's per usual. He's made 3 of his 4 shots, just made a couple free throws, and it's a 5-point game, 24-19. Thomas has 8 to lead Brooklyn. Here's a step-back 3 for Gillespie, and that's good. Colin Gillespie says, yeah, I skipped shooting the 3 on the previous possession, but this one's for me, and he knocks it down. 27-19, Suns as a team, 4 for 8 from downtown here in the first. Under 3 minutes to go, and Sharp holds against Richards, hands it off to Thomas for a 15-foot jumper. That one rims off. Royce O'Neal is there for the rebound.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that likes the degree of difficulty. That time he was a little wide open and missed it. You put a hand in his face, he tends to make those.
Now Booker with a hand in his face. Another 3 is up, but that one misses. Ben Saraf had a hand there, and he ended up contacting Devin Booker, and a foul will send Book to the line for 3. So Ben Saraf picks up his first personal, and we get a timeout on the floor. 2:34 left to go in the first. Suns up 8, 27-19 here on the Phoenix Suns Basketball Network.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Suns fans, a new season means a new chance to shine. And just like your Phoenix Suns, Ford's starting lineup is ready to rise to the occasion. Whether it's the strength of F-150, the boldness of Bronco and Bronco Sport, or the speed of Mustang, Ford brings the power, style, and capability to drive what's next. So rise and shine, Suns fans, and get behind the wheel of your new Ford truck or SUV today. Only at your Desert Ford dealers, proud partners of the Phoenix Suns.
The wait is over. The 2025-2026 NBA season is here, and Suns basketball is back. Join us for the Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores tip-off on Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. against the Sacramento Kings. Every fan in attendance will receive a free T-shirt courtesy of Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores. Secure your seats today at Suns.com.
Sports, the local sports leader. Mornings, it's Bickley and Marotta, 6 to 10 a.m. Bickley and Marotta, 6 to 10 a.m.
I like Vinny a lot. I like you too, Bick.
Middays, it's Wolf and Luke, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wolf and Luke, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. What is up? What's going on, Luke? Afternoons, it's Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m. Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m.
Burnsy, what's going on?
Arizona's biggest sports personalities are on the local sports leader. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
Good start to this one for the Phoenix Suns. It's game 3 of the preseason and the second of 2 in Macau, China. Suns leading the Nets 27-19 with 2:34 to play in the first quarter. John Bloom, Tim Kempton back with you with our engineer Walt Ellis and our producer Ali Narini in studio. The Nets bringing their 5 back to the floor. Cam Thomas has had the quick start with 8 points. Suns have been led by Devin Booker with 9. He's made all 3 of his 3-pointers. They also have 7 from Dillon Brooks. Those two seem to like playing together so far.
Yeah, Dillon Brooks, again, we've talked about this. Not only is he a menace defensively, but he really is a high IQ basketball player. He meshes well with a lot of people.
And speaking of that, there's been some comments about this team meshing on this trip.
Yeah.
This is a big deal to leave and have this far of a journey and spend all that time together, right?
Yeah, because you do. You have some of it is made up, is forced upon you. But in the same regard, you're in a foreign country. You don't have your daily routine. No one's going home saying, "Oh, I got to get home." To take care of the plumbing. I got a plumbing problem, or someone
my
goes,
cousin's coming over.
Yeah,
that's not happening in Macau.
Or, I want to go to the mall or something. You have those things at home, those distractions where, you come together on the road because you just have each other. You have things to do as a team. So you make the most of it, and the Suns seem to be doing that.
Yeah, they do. Devin Booker making a couple free throws, actually 2 out of 3. Now he gets up, pokes away a ball off the window, and gets a steal. Ahead to Gillespie on the right wing, swings to Hayes Davis, who just came in for the first time. Nigel Hayes Davis, former EuroLeague MVP, gives it back to Gillespie. Now Booker between the rings. 10 on the shot clock. It's a 10-point Suns lead for the first time, 29-19. Booker, step-back jumper at the top of the key is off the mark, hit the front iron, and Zaire Williams grabs the ball ahead to Noah.
National Weather Service in Phoenix has issued a flash flood warning for Maricopa County in south central Arizona until 7:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. At 4:29 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Doppler radar and automated rain gauges indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 0.5 and 1 inch of rain has fallen. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard, life-threatening flash flooding. Thunderstorms producing flash flooding. Source, radar and automated gauges. Gauges along Tenor and Wash and Skunk Creek have exceeded alarm stage. Impact, life-threatening flash flooding of creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Phoenix, Dew River, and Anthem. Turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. Be aware of your surroundings and do not drive on flooded roads. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 7:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for the following county: Maricopa, Arizona.
Pretty darn talented. They all do different things. But think about it. If you got 4 of those guys dressed out, you got 24 fouls. A guy gets 2, you pull him. You put in another guy that you have a lot of confidence in.
It's true.
He gets a little out of whack, you put in another guy.
24 fouls and 28 feet.
Their front line is pretty impressive with, you and I have talked about it. If fans haven't watched the Charlotte Hornets, and this is no knock to Nick Richards, Oso, or Kaman Malawach, Mark Williams is the most talented of these bigs.
Yeah, haven't seen him in a Suns uniform yet, but we've seen him in practice.
Yeah.
And we've seen some things already, and we remember him as a Charlotte Hornet.
Yeah.
And even as a Duke Blue Devil. very impressive individual on the basketball court, and the Suns are hoping he can play as much as possible, but just not in the preseason as Colin Gillespie brings it up the floor, fights one up off the window, but it's too strong, and Sharp comes in to grab it. 34-20, the Suns lead it after the free throws on the other end. And here is Saraf giving it to Sharp at the top of the key. Hands it off to Powell, who will shoot a three from there and knock it down straight away.
Impressive rookie in the first two games that we've seen him. Obviously, the other one, and then just the early minutes here for him in this game.
As soon as he came in, he hit a three on Friday. Does the same thing here. Drake Powell out of North Carolina, still just 19 years of age. As here's Royce O'Neal bumping into Zaire Williams away from the ball, and we're going to get a foul on Royce. That'll be O'Neal's first or second personal. Yeah,
that used to be a foul on the defense, with that free movement. But now the NBA wants it more physical, so you can set up a block.
That's in the final second. Saraf on the drive, gets to the rim, can't get the runner to go, and it's knocked away. That's the end of the first quarter in Macau, and the Suns leading by double digits, 34-23, after a 50% performance from the floor and from three for the guys in purple. We'll come back, give you some of the other first quarter stats, get you ready for second quarter action next.
At Fry's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Fry's shoppers never compromise. Fry's. Fresh for everyone.
At Bell Bank, the Valley is our home, and we're committed to investing in our community. With 4 locations across the Phoenix Metro, you'll find all the financial tools you need to reach your goals. Whether you're saving for the future, starting a business, or buying your first home, we have the experience and expertise you can count on. And we're proud to be the official bank of the Phoenix Suns. Visit Bell.Bank to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Every day, reliable, comfortable, connected. Every day you rely on power. At APS, we work around the clock to deliver some of the most reliable power in the country. But with Arizona's extreme weather, outages can happen. Stay safe and informed with alerts by keeping your contact information up to date. And visit our outage center for updates online or on the APS app. For more ways to stay safe and informed, visit aps.com/brighter.
The wait is over. The 2025-2026 NBA season is here, and Suns basketball is back. Join us for the Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores tip-off on Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. against the Sacramento Kings. Every fan in attendance will receive a free T-shirt courtesy of Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores. Secure your seats today at Suns.com.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
One quarter in the books in Macau, China, and it is a far different start than what we saw on Friday for the Phoenix Suns. They lead the Nets 34-23, Tim.
Yeah, first of all, making shots. So you just look at the numbers. Suns shooting 50%, and the Nets hit 40% right now. So Suns have gotten to the free throw line as well. 7 assists on those 11 buckets. Still a stat that I like to watch. Assists and turnovers throughout the game. How many possessions do you have, and how many possessions do you give away with turnovers?
And they picked up where they left off. They got 6 points off 5 turnovers in that first quarter from the Nets. Here's Cam Thomas starting the offense as he swings to Clowney right side for a 3. That one rims off, and Nick Richards up high for another rebound. Here come the Suns with Gillespie, Richards, O'Neal, Allen, and Hayes Davis out there on the floor. Gillespie driving, tried to hit Hayes Davis baseline. It got stolen away. Taken by Zaire Williams, who drives to the rim, puts it up and in, double pump style to wow the crowd in Macau. And the Nets pull within 9, 34-25. Zaire Williams off the bench with 5.
Got a delay game warning against Brooklyn right there on that possession.
I'm not exactly sure what happened because he made a layup clean.
Yeah, they made a layup clean, but then one of the Traore came in and took the ball and threw it to the official as the Suns were trying to take it out of bounds.
Now Richards takes the ball, throws it to Royce O'Neal, who can't hit the three, but Richards is there to throw it down with a little ferocity underneath. Another putback jam for Nick Richards. He's got a quick 6 off the bench to go along with 3 rebounds. And now Ben Saraf brings it up for the Nets, who trail by 11 again, 36-25. Suns on top. Saraf fades and hits from the dotted line after dribbling around Colin Gillespie. And the former Israeli national player has his first bucket. Here's a bounce pass to Richards from Gillespie. He's going to take it strong, try to throw it down on top of his defender, Sharp. Instead, it rims off, and Cam Thomas the long rebound. Here he comes up the left wing. 10:20 left in the second. Thomas driving, dishes to Claxton, who got it stripped away by O'Neal. Here comes Royce on the move. Takes it all the way into the lane. Scoop shot up and in for Royce O'Neal, who looks at his left hand in amazement as he gets back on defense after quite a quality finish. Now he pokes the ball loose from Cam Thomas to slow down the Nets offense.
How about that hustle? Makes a layup, gets back, and tips the ball away, slows down the Brooklyn offense, lets his teammates get back and set up their half-court defense.
Letting his teammates, who all call him Unk, get back behind him. He's probably like, yeah, I'm the Unk. I'm the old guy. See? Why don't you step your
play
game
hard, yeah.
Learn from that man. Here's Saraf on the drive. Scoops it over on the right wing to Clowney, who has an up fake to get Hayes Davis to fly by.
Yeah,
moving pick came of Zaire Williams. Cam Thomas ended up burying a 3, but you were right on it, and thankfully, so was Curtis Blair. He blows the whistle, and the foul is called on Zaire Williams.
I'll just give him the benefit of the doubt, and the time lapse coming from Macau, China, was why he was delayed making the call.
Is there a little bit of a time? That must be it.
That's a long way for a signal to travel.
It really is. Here's Hayes Davis. It's a long way for a basketball team to travel.
Isn't that
and they're going to have to travel back here after this game.
I'm glad I'm not on that 15-hour flight.
The Suns Basketball Network is not jealous of that travel plan. Suns get another turnover after Colin Gillespie swipes the ball away from the Nets. It goes off of a Nets leg, and now it'll be Suns ball again. That is now turnover number 6 for Brooklyn. Gillespie into the forecourt. 38-27, Phoenix leading. O'Neal swings cross court. Allen for 3 on the right wing. He buried another one. Grayson Allen from downtown. He's made 2 out of 3. 6 points for Grayson. And the Suns go up 14, their biggest lead, 41-27. 9:09 left in the second. Saraf steps back on the right wing, then gives to Claxton. He's hounded by Richards, who got too close as he picks up a reach-in foul.
I got a question for you. We always stress, okay, this is what where's the Suns' biggest weakness in your mind this season?
I would say biggest.
Do they have a weakness at all?
I would say right now the biggest weakness is just the unknown, the unfamiliarity. They're not comfortable with each other yet because they just haven't played together yet, right?
Yeah.
Now, we say that before the 5 starters today are all returning players. That's going to change when Jalen Green and Mark Williams come back. So that's where I'm focused on, is integrating 2 more new players, I think, is maybe the biggest weakness. It's not a basketball weakness per se, as now you see Noah Clowney jumping one up over Nigel Hayes Davis, able to get it to go off of the window, and the Suns' lead is cut to 12, 41-29. Grayson Allen, long stride through the lane, tried to scoop shot, thought he was fouled and didn't get the roll, and now Claxton will bring it the other way. He'll go Euro step, then have it knocked away by Allen, who tracked him down from behind. It goes out of bounds, and the Nets will keep possession.
And we've seen this a number of times already in this preseason, is guys not giving up on the play. Against Grayson Allen is the guy that misses the layup, but then comes back down and knocks the ball away from Nick Claxton. He's trying to get to the rim for a layup himself.
Do you have an answer to your own question, by the way? On the biggest weakness?
The biggest weakness, I guess a little bit is it, obviously everybody is talking about the point guard position. I don't think that's going to be a weakness. And here we got the Suns fouling while the ball was still out of bounds. So Michael Porter Jr. will get a technical free throw, but he misses it.
See, and if anybody thought Tim's biggest weakness was play-by-play, you just ridded that. that is you. Now they have to come up with another one. Go ahead.
I think it's still to be seen because there's a lot of positives. Obviously, 3-point shooting. We talked about the bigs. You got a superstar in Devin Booker. You've gotten better defensively. We've seen that with the turnovers and the defensive intensity that they've showed in the first 3 games here.
I think it's a decent answer, as Porter makes a decent shot from the baseline after missing the free throw, so he ends up with a deuce instead of one. And now Gillespie tries to answer with a 3 straight away. That's too strong. And Michael Porter Jr., the rebound, hustling it into the forecourt. Suns by 10, 41-31. 8 minutes left. First half action from Macau, China at the Venetian Arena. And it's Ben Saraf directing traffic for the Nets right now. Crosses over on Hayes Davis. Lost his footing spinning into the lane, and it's a walk for Ben Saraf, who is also potentially injured on the play. He's grabbing on his left ankle.
And there's another great defensive. Hayes Davis staying in front of Saraf the whole time.
Yeah, he did. Good defense there by Nigel Hayes Davis. Saraf just again lost his footing, maybe slipped a little bit in the lane when he was trying to make a spin move. And the Suns get it back. That's now the 7th turnover of the game for the Nets. Suns have 6 points off of it. Booker makes a strong drive into the lane, but bumped into Zaire Williams and ends up with an offensive foul. Gave him a shove with that offhand. Yeah, Booker with a smile as he doesn't think he fouled him, and neither does his coach, Jordan Ott.
What are your first impressions of Jordan Ott on the sideline, his demeanor, the way he handles the officials as a first-time head coach?
You know, it's not surprising that he has a similar demeanor than he does when we talk to him off the court. As here's Porter getting it off for Day'Ron Sharpe in the lane. A hook shot up and in for Sharpe, and the Suns leads cut to 8, 41-33. But I've been impressed by this young guy. I'm going to call him a young guy because he's the 5th youngest coach in the league at 40. And he's been impressive so far on and off the court to me. Dylan Brooks, underhand pass to Royce O'Neal on the logo. Now right wing, Devin Booker takes a couple dribbles. He's double teamed, gets it to a wide open Jared Butler for 3. That rims off. Dylan Brooks up high for the offensive board. Back to Butler. He'll put it up and just missed the putback in and out from close range. So Butler comes onto the floor, gets 2 quick shots and couldn't knock them down after he's been impressive in his first couple games in a Suns uniform. Now he's defending Ben Saraf, driving to the right elbow. Butler rips the ball away, but Saraf gets the loose ball, backs it out on the left corner to Porter. 5 to shoot. He's going to try a deep 3 from the corner. He can't get it. Rebound Sharpe in traffic. He'll put it up with the left hand and miss. And Royce O'Neal is able to track it down and push the pace. O'Neal into the forecourt. Had it poked away from behind by Sharpe. Loose ball ahead to Porter. He'll throw it down for the Nets.
Yeah, when you have that break like that, not only do you have to know, but your teammates have to let you know that someone's coming from behind looking to make that play.
That's right. 10 points for Michael Porter Jr. to lead the Nets, and they're back within 6. A timeout for Jordan Ott and company. We will take it with them. Suns 41, Nets 35.
Federal employees keep our country going, and GEHA is proud to keep them going with health plans exclusively for them. We were started by postal employees in 1937, and today we offer all federal employees a network of 1.7 million providers and a health plan for every stage of life. That's why we've been trusted by millions of federal employees and retirees across the country since 1937. GEHA. Find your federal health plan at GEHA.com.
When the Suns turn up the heat on the court, you turn up the shine on the street. Cobblestone Auto Spa keeps your ride looking fresh off the fast break. With over 51 convenient Valley locations, full service and express washing options, unlimited wash memberships that pay for themselves in just 2 visits, car maintenance services, and detailing that goes all the way to the rim, we've got the game plan for a championship level clean. Cobblestone Auto Spa, proud partner of the Phoenix Suns.
Playboy Cardi, World Tour 2025. Live in Phoenix. Mortgage Matchup Center. Friday, October 17th. Playboy Cardi. With special guests, Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, Homicide Gang, and Apollo Red. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader. Mornings, it's Bickley and Marotta, 6 to 10 a.m. Bickley and Marotta, 6 to 10 a.m.
I like Vinny a lot. I like you too, Bick.
Middays, it's Wolf and Luke, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wolf and Luke, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. What is up? What's going on, Luke? Afternoons, it's Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m. Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m.
Bernsey, what's going on?
Arizona's biggest sports personalities are on the local sports leader. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
Welcome back. Right now, the fans in Macau, China, are learning what the best mascot in the NBA can do.
Is.
Yeah, I mean, let's just say, hands down, Gorilla has that honor, and he is stair-walking on his hands right now, showing the folks of the Venetian Arena what's up, right?
Yeah, he sure is. And we had the pleasure. We're not supposed to give away the identity, are we? Even of the
that's always under
the greatest
keep
one
that
of
on
all.
the down low.
The greatest one of all. He was with the Suns for a long time, retired.
Yep.
He was so good they brought him back out of retirement. I'll give you his first name, Bobby.
Bobby, Bobby, if you're listening, you know we love you, and you know Tim loves you.
And the thing about Bobby was he completely transformed his personality when he got in that suit.
Exactly.
It was unbelievable.
That's what you love. Speaking of transforming personalities, Dylan Brooks gets the ball into the lane, fades and misses from 15. It was halfway down before popping out. Now the Nets have the ball down 6. Suns had that lead up to 15 just a little while ago. We're midway through quarter number 2. In game 2 in the China games, Drake Powell, the rookie from North Carolina, throws a pass out of bounds intended for Porter.
Also, Iguodala showing his versatility, jumping out on the guard, forcing the turnover there with his length and moving his feet.
He is good at that, isn't he? And now he sets a screen for Jared Butler, who drives over to the right block, stops, bounces it back to Oso, push shot up and in from the dotted line for Oso Iguodala. That's his favorite shot, and he's able to hit all 3 of his field goals so far. 6 points for Oso. Suns back up 8, 43-35. Here's a 3 from Traore. Too strong, and Oso there up high to grab the rebound. Gets it ahead to Booker in transition. He stops on the left wing. Finds Royce O'Neal at the top of the arc, who drives against Powell, bodies him up, turns, shoots, missed it strong, rebound to Sharp, and he gets an outlet pass ahead to Traore up the left wing. Jared Butler defending him there. Now Drake Powell gets around a screen from Sharp, dribbles with the left hand and crosses over to the right wing. Zaire Williams a 3. That's good for Williams. He's knocked down a couple of them on 3 tries.
No hesitation on that shot. Catch and let it fly.
8 points off the bench for the former Stanford Cardinal. And it's 43-38. Suns on top by 5. Under 5 minutes to go in the second. Booker driving. Gives Brooks right corner out to Butler. Now left wing. It goes around to Booker in the corner for 3. That's halfway down before it rattles out. Rebound knocked loose by Brooks. And a foul will go on Dylan.
Yeah, but still love the play. Again, Devin Booker starts it, gives it up, replaces himself, keeps on moving, gets to an open spot. Had a great look from 3.
And he had hit his previous 3 threes, so you just love that action. Just keep getting him those type of looks, and it's going to be knocked down more often than not. 11 points for Booker to lead all scorers so far. Right now he's back on defense, so the Suns up 5, 43-38. 4:40 left in the second. Porter dribbles over to the right side and crosses it to the left wing for Traore. He's cut off by Jared Butler. Now Porter comes to set a screen. Traore on the drive, running right-hander, rattles down, and he falls down on the shot, but that was a nice finish by the rookie from France, and now it's a 3-point game for the Suns. They lead at 43-40 and have the basketball. Dylan Brooks gives to Oso, top of the arc. He waits, then hands it to Booker. Now back to Iguodala. He'll go up with it, knock it down, and the foul on Traore, the deuce, and the damage for Oso Iguodala.
Yeah, and the movement that the Suns have in their offense this year is just really good. Puts a lot of pressure on defense to, communicate, make your switches correctly, get in right position. But right now the Suns are making Brooklyn's defense think. They're moving quickly.
You asked me about a weakness earlier about the team. Everybody, if you asked us about a weakness about Oso Iguodala, would probably say his shooting. He's 4 for 4 so far. That's a nice confidence boost for the young man who's at the line right now, trying to finish a 3-point play while he does that. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Phoenix Suns Basketball Network.
KTAR AM Phoenix. This is where Arizona connects with a worldwide leader in sports. ESPN 620.
Oso couldn't get the free throw, but the Suns do have the 5-point lead as now the Nets bring it up on offense, and a foul is called on Dylan Brooks. That's going to be his 3rd personal. And it'll be, let's see if they're in the penalty just yet, or whether or not the Nets will just be inbounding. Nick Claxton was the guy who got fouled by Dylan Brooks, but it is not the penalty. So, Nets basketball, 3:56 left in the half. Claxton has it at the top of the arc, bounces it to Porter. He takes it to the free throw line, jumps one up, and can't get the roll. Claxton taps it back beyond over his head, but it goes out of bounds right to his coach, Jordy Fernandez, so it'll be Suns basketball. Oso, by the way, I mentioned 4 for 4 from the floor. He couldn't hit the free throw. That's where he's still working. It was 1 for 6 in game 1. He was a little bit better in Friday's game where he made 2 out of 4 at the line. Here's Booker driving into the lane, leaning and missing close range. The ball's knocked out of bounds to the Suns bench, but it's last touched by the Suns.
Well, some things never change with the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker not getting calls here early in the preseason. A lot of physicality, getting in the lane, and no calls. The ball goes out of bounds.
And we're also seeing Kaman Malowacz for the first time in this game after quite a performance in Game 2 for Man, as his teammates call him, and his coach for that matter. I haven't heard his coach call him anything else besides Man. Here's Claxton driving past Man to the rim. He'll throw it down with the left hand. So Nick Claxton with a little indoctrination for the young Man. And now here come the Suns. Dylan Brooks into the forecourt. Leads down to 3 again. 45-42. Just over 3 minutes left in the first half. Dunn is open for 3 right corner, and he'll bury it. Devin Booker, the quick look over to Ryan Dunn. He knocks it down, and Dunn has his first points of the game. 48-42, the Suns by 6. Thomas driving, hanging, and hitting over Malowacz as he put a high arcing floater up there.
Yeah, he's got all the shots in his bag.
And that bag has produced 10 points here in the first half again. He and Michael Porter Jr. each with 10. Devin Booker with 11. Those are all the double-figure scores. Here's Brooks lobbing to Malowacz. Couldn't handle the pass. It's loose. Brooks comes back with it and gives to a wide-open Grayson Allen for 3. That's off the back rim. Again climbing the ladder is Brooks to keep it alive. He thought he did. Claxton was also there, but they're going to give it to the Nets. Nick Bucher makes that call. Devin Booker thinks they should challenge it. And with 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter, it is a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Suns 48, the Nets 44, and we'll tell you the results of the challenge when we return.
Oh, you didn't know? Gila River Resorts and Casinos is Arizona's #1 casino, and no one does it better. So, play hard, relax like a movie star, party like a rock star, and dine like a king or a queen. However you do you, no one lets you take it to legendary status like we do. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You do you. Visit one of our 4 locations, Wild Horse Pass, Lone Butte, Vequiva, or Santan Mountain, or visit GilaCasinos.com to learn more.
Every day begins with the promise of something new, a new perspective, a fresh start. At Banner Health, right here, right now, we're pioneering new ways to treat cancer with our own immune systems. We're among the first to treat Parkinson's with the patient's own cells. And we're a world leader in artificial heart implantation, all while training over 1,300 doctors every year. Impressive, right? It's just another Banner day. Banner Health.
At Fry's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Fry's shoppers never compromise. Fry's. Fresh for everyone.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal, book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
48-44, Suns on top of the Nets. 2.5 minutes left to play. First half action from Venetian Arena. Here's Curtis Blair ready to tell us the results of the challenge. If we could hear him, we'll let you hear him as well, but he hasn't started talking yet.
He's got an intense stare going on.
He's definitely locked in.
After review, the ball last goes off of Claxton's hands. The challenge will be successful. It will be Phoenix ball.
There you go.
He needs to take some lessons from our own Bill Kennedy. He's much more.
And not everybody can be Billy Kennedy, all right?
Loquacious.
Yeah.
On the explanations.
Bill could host his own podcast. He probably does. And sometimes his explanations are kind of a podcast. All right, here's a steal from Michael Porter Jr. Got in the way of a pass from Malawach, and the Nets get it up ahead. Porter a 3 trailing the play, can't get it. Booker a one-armed rebound in traffic. He was being held by Terrence Mann, who's throwing a conniption fit right now because he was called for a foul. And is that okay to say on the radio? It's just a little Yiddish. Yeah.
Yiddish, that's what I liked about it.
Oh, I knew as growing up in Long Island you'd heard that before. I just knew in my heart of hearts. Here's Booker lobbing it ahead to Dillon Brooks on the left wing as the Suns get it back on offense. 2 minutes left in the first half. Terrence Mann just picked up his first personal foul. Booker bounces to Brooks. Thought about the long 3, instead gave it up to Dunn. He'll shoot the 3. Missed it. Strong off the back iron. Traore, outlet pass ahead for Porter, dribbling up the left wing. He crosses over, then lost it, got it back, and then threw it away. Looking for Traore. It's out of bounds, and that is going to be turnover number 9 for Brooklyn.
Yeah, the pressure just makes you do things that you're not, just makes you uncomfortable. When you're not comfortable, you do things a little bit wacky.
How often did you remember seeing the Suns make teams uncomfortable last season?
Not very.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself. Here's Malawach getting it in the lane. Starts to dribble. Lost the handle. Dove for the loose ball. Grabbed it. And now he's tied up by Terrence Mann, who's going to be far out-heighted by his counterpart in this jump ball that he's about to have.
You're making up all kinds of...
It's what happens at 4 something in the morning. It's now 5 something in the morning. I can't say that anymore.
Out height.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's not a word in anybody's vocabulary. Until now. Now it is, everybody. Feel free to use it. I'm not going to copyright
there's a
that
foul.
one. That is definitely a foul, but the Suns end up with the jump ball either way. Come on, Malawach got grabbed on that jump. Now Grayson Allen driving, putting up a floater that's blocked by Claxton. Didn't go out of bounds. Cam Thomas saved it. Tough angle to see it on the monitor in front of us here. And now Traore driving past Dunn, floats one up short. Rebound battled for. Malawach had it, lost it, and Grayson Allen comes up with it. 1:05 to go, first half. Suns by 4, 48-44. Led by as many as 15 in the first half. Booker on the drive, fades, and just missed. But Dunn is there for another offensive rebound. Out to Brooks for 3. He hits the leaning three-pointer from the left corner right in front of the Suns bench. And Dillon Brooks finding a variety of ways to knock down shots. He's got 10 here in the first half. Suns back up 7, 51-44. Cam Thomas, speaking of variety of shots, gets bumped, and a foul is called by Nick Buchert. Grayson Allen was the man who bumped Thomas.
Yeah.
Allen picks up his first personal. Quietly a good half of basketball for him, too. 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists as he starts in the backcourt alongside the Suns' leading scorer, Devin Booker. He's got 11. Also, Iguodala ready to check back in for the Suns. He's got 8 points here in the first half as well. And Thomas with 10, leading the way for Brooklyn, is going to try to add on to that. He's 2 for 3 from the line so far. The former LSU Tiger gets the first one to go. And he had 22 in Friday's game in limited action. Both coaches, I thought, had an interesting strategy. They left the same group out there for overtime that they had at the end of the game and really allowed a lot of their young players to shine down the stretch.
Yeah, they sure did, because it's the whole way you set the preseason up. They had taken the starters out. They had gotten their minutes.
Yep.
So they weren't going to risk injury by putting them back in there just to try and get a W.
Still a great opportunity for the young guys who did play, as now Brooks is left alone. 3 on the way from the corner, misses short. He was maybe too open for that one after knocking down the high degree of difficulty 3 on the previous possession. So the Nets have it, down 5, 20 seconds left. Difference of 5 seconds with the shot clock, which is at 12 right now, as Thomas dribbles just inside the midcourt stripe. He brings it over to the top of the arc. Drives against Brooks. Step back 3 on the left wing. No good. In and out. And a foul comes in late as Thomas hits the deck. Dillon Brooks on the closeout. Got him. And that's going to mean 3 free throws. 3 more free throws for Cam Thomas, who's already made 4 out of 5 on the game.
And again, I'd like to just put a public service announcement out there, is that I totally understand that the referees are being told how to call the game. So they are just kind of the messenger, and I take a lot of my thoughts and words out on the messenger. But John Blumen and I know, and fans, you need to know that they are definitely being directed as how to call the game. They don't look at the rule book and say, this is a foul, that's not a foul. The NBA tells them what a foul is and what a foul isn't, and what's a turnover and what's a walk, what's a carry. So,
Monty McCutcheon, the head of that organization, does a nice job. But as you mentioned, what makes it difficult is they all kind of have their own way of doing it.
Exactly, and they're the ones that have to navigate what the NBA tells them to how to call a game, and they're the ones who are in the front line. A guy gives you a forearm shiver, and that's not a foul, but you give a little touch on the wrist, and it is. It's like, where's the consistency?
Thomas pretty consistent at the free throw line. He made all three. He's 6 of 7. He made 2. He's got one more coming here. 6 of 7 so far. 14 points. Now make it 15 to lead all scorers for Cam Thomas. And he brings the Nets within 2. 51-49. 8.6 seconds left is all here in the half. Royce O'Neal ready to inbound underneath the basket. Suns have to take it the length of the floor. Brooks lobs ahead to Booker. He gets it in the right corner, drives baseline, and he's grabbed and fouled by Zaire Williams on the baseline before he could get the shot off.
Did they have one to give?
It looks like it. Otherwise, that seemed ridiculous. 3.1 seconds left. Zaire Williams didn't try to make a play on the ball at all. He just grabbed Booker in the waist.
Yeah. Suns did a great job getting that ball up the court. Dylan Brooks took it, threw it ahead to Devin. Yeah, they had to foul the kid.
So still plenty of time to get a good look here. 3 seconds. Allen bounces it in. It's stolen by Nick Claxton. So much for the good look. Claxton's going to throw up a three-quarter court shot and miss it. And at the end of the first half in Macau, China, it's the Suns by a deuce. 51-49 our score. We'll take a break, get you a Sports Center update, come back with the first half stats, and get you ready for second half action live from the Venetian Arena. Again at the break, it's Phoenix 51, Brooklyn 49.
The NBA season is officially here, and we're going hard from start to finish. Every player is showing out. All 30 teams are locking in. To win it all in this league, fans and players need to give everything. All season long. The American Express NBA tip-off begins October 21st on ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash, up to $500. Simply use any Mountain America debit or credit card now until October 31st, 2024 to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500. Visit macu.com/anycard for official rules or to apply for your Mountain America card. Loans on approved credit. Membership required based on eligibility. Offer can change or be withdrawn at any time.
Give up bread to reach your health goals? We would never. Hero Bread makes soft, fluffy, and delicious bread, buns, tortillas, and more, all with ultra-low net carbs, 0-gram sugar, and high fiber. Each serving boasts more protein than conventional grocery store options, so you can crush your macros. Hero also drops other limited edition ultra-low net carb baked goods like rich, flaky croissants and more. Find Hero Bread at your local Sprouts or Whole Foods Market or online at hero.co. That's HERO.co.
The wait is over. The 2025-2026 NBA season is here, and Suns basketball is back. Join us for the Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores tip-off on Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. against the Sacramento Kings. Every fan in attendance will receive a free T-shirt courtesy of Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores. Secure your seats today at suns.com.
Run this like cardio.
Phoenix, you've waited for this moment. The unstoppable Cardi B presents Little Miss Drama Tour. Cardi B, live at Mortgage Matchup Center, March 1st. Cardi's brand new album, Am I the Drama, is available everywhere now. Get tickets now at CardiB.com.
It's
It's halftime with the Phoenix Suns. Suns Halftime, a review of first half action and special sports features.
Well, on Friday, couple of big games to focus on. One in the WNBA, the other in Major League Baseball. In baseball, a Game 5 of the American League Division Series between the Tigers and Mariners. On the hardwood in Phoenix, it was Game 4 of the WNBA Finals with the Vegas Aces trying to win their third WNBA title in the last 4 years. So that's where we'll start. And while we're at it, let's talk about what the Aces have been doing, trying to become the first team to win a title in a best-of-7 final series. It's the first year they're doing that in the WNBA. Game 4 on Friday against the Phoenix Mercury. Vegas, again, up 3-0. Mercury just looking to keep their season alive, but they had to do it without Satu Sabali, who left Game 3 with a concussion after she scored 24 points in the Game 3 loss. Would not play in Game 4. Let's pick up the action in the second half. Vegas starting to pull away, up by double digits. Phoenix head coach Nate Tibbetts found himself in a controversial situation, arguing a foul call.
If you're Monica Cole-McConney, you just can't do that. And now Nate Tibbetts out on the floor is furious, and
wait, did he just get ejected? Oh,
he has been ejected.
No, he should not be ejected for that. You should tee him up, but absolutely not eject him for that. I think he knows that he's been ejected.
Now, did he make contact with Gina Cross when he came out?
Maybe he did.
And that would be why he'd be ejected automatically, but he wants an explanation right now.
So the explanation came after. We'll get to that in a bit. But here's what the officials asked post-game of what triggered the 2 technical fouls. They said to the pool reporter after a foul was called on McConney, Coach Tibbetts came onto the floor and yelled an obscenity, according to the crew chief of the WNBA officiating crew. After the first technical was assessed, Coach Tibbetts stepped in closer aggressively to the calling official and again yelled an obscenity. After that point, a second technical was assessed and he was ejected. So we'll hear Tibbetts' comments about that a little bit later on, but Phoenix would have to continue. They actually would start rallying back in the fourth quarter after being down by double digits, pulled to within 6, but then A'ja Wilson, well, she played like the MVP that she is.
Young, guarded by Thomas. Here's Wilson. Evans with 4 to shoot. Back to Wilson. 2 to shoot. Wilson hits a big one.
The face-up and the patience and recognizing that help defense might be coming, none of it matters.
Suns fans, a new season means a new chance to shine. And just like your Phoenix Suns, Ford's starting lineup is ready to rise to the occasion. Whether it's the strength of F-150, the boldness of Bronco and Bronco Sport, or the speed of Mustang, Ford brings the power, style, and capability to drive what's next. So rise and shine, Suns fans, and get behind the wheel of your new Ford truck or SUV today. Only at your Desert Ford dealers, proud partners of the Phoenix Suns.
Give up bread to reach your health goals? We would never. Hero Bread makes soft, fluffy, and delicious bread, buns, tortillas, and more, all with ultra-low net carbs, 0-gram sugar, and high fiber. Each serving boasts more protein than conventional grocery store options, so you can crush your macros. Hero also drops other limited edition, ultra-low net carb baked goods like rich, flaky croissants and more. Find Hero Bread at your local Sprouts or Whole Foods Market or online at hero.co. That's HERO.co.
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash, up to $500. Simply use any Mountain America debit or credit card now until October 31st, 2024 to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500. Visit macu.com/anycard for official rules or to apply for your Mountain America card. Loans on approved credit. Membership required based on eligibility. Offer can change or be withdrawn at any time.
At Fry's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Fry's shoppers never compromise. Fry's. Fresh for everyone.
The wait is over. The 2025-2026 NBA season is here, and Suns basketball is back. Join us for the Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores tip-off on Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. against the Sacramento Kings. Every fan in attendance will receive a free t-shirt courtesy of Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores. Secure your seats today at Suns.com.
This has been the Phoenix Suns Halftime Report on the Phoenix Suns Basketball Network.
KTAR AM Phoenix. This is where Arizona connects with the worldwide leader in sports. ESPN 620.
Federal employees keep our country going, and GEHA is proud to keep them going with health plans exclusively for them. We were started by postal employees in 1937, and today we offer all federal employees a network of 1.7 million providers and a health plan for every stage of life. That's why we've been trusted by millions of federal employees and retirees across the country since 1937. GEHA. Find your federal health plan at GEHA.com.
Suns fans, join FanDuel today. You'll get started with $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Plus, after the game tips off, you can even combine live prop bets into a same-game parlay for a chance to win big. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the Phoenix Suns.
21 plus and present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
The wait is over. The 2025-2026 NBA season is here, and Suns basketball is back. Join us for the Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores tip-off on Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. against the Sacramento Kings. Every fan in attendance will receive a free t-shirt courtesy of Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores. Secure your seats today at Suns.com.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader. Mornings, it's Bickley and Murata, 6 to 10 a.m. Bickley and Murata, 6 to 10 a.m.
I like Vinny a lot. I like you too, Bick.
Middays, it's Wolf and Luke, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wolf and Luke, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. What is up? What's going on, Luke? Afternoons, it's Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m. Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m.
Bernsey, what's going on?
Arizona's biggest sports personalities are on the local sports leader. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
Halftime at Venetian Arena in Macau, China, where the Suns lead the Nets 51-49. Welcome back, John Bloom, Tim Kempton, along with our engineer Walt Ellis here at Mortgage Matchup Center. And we've got Ali Narini producing inside the Phoenix Suns Basketball Network studios. I want to remind you to be here at Mortgage Matchup Center for the start of the regular season. The Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores tip-off Wednesday, October 22nd. 7 o'clock start as the Suns welcome in the Sacramento Kings, and all fans in attendance will receive a free t-shirt courtesy of Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores. Secure your seats now at suns.com/ticks. And when it's the Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores season opener, Tim,
yes,
that means you don't have to be hit by the Gatling gun to get a free t-shirt. Like
everybody gets a free t-shirt.
You don't have to be bruised up or anything. It's all going to be waiting for you when you arrive at the gym at the Mortgage Matchup Center here in downtown Phoenix. And I know we're excited for regular season basketball, but as far as preseason hoops is concerned, that was a topsy-turvy half for the Suns because they jumped up 15. The Nets were able to fight back within 2.
Yeah, the Suns scored 34 points in the first quarter. Second half, they were limited to half of that. Only 17 points in that second quarter. Some turnovers, some missed shots, had some opportunities. But the good news is they still have the lead. You go into halftime, make your adjustments, see if the Suns can come out and be a little bit more consistent. And, I know that's a tough thing sometimes in the preseason because you're trying different lineups, different people. you're in Macau, China, but you would always like to see a little bit more consistency.
And so far, both coaches going 10, now 11 deep for Jordan. 10 players played for the Brooklyn Nets and Jordi Fernandez in that first half. Let's take a look at some of the individual numbers. So the Suns, they were led by Devin Booker, 11 points on 3 of 8 shooting. He did hit his first 3 threes. He missed one at the end, so 3 for 4. Made 2 of his 3 free throws, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal to go with his 11. Dylan Brooks joined him in double figures with 10. He also had a rebound and an assist. He picked up 4 fouls in that first half, playing aggressive defense. 3 for 8 from the floor, 1 for 4 from beyond the arc for Dylan. I thought Oso Ighodaro played well. Tim, he had 8 points and 3 rebounds, made all 4 of his field goals.
Yeah, he's so versatile in what he's capable of doing. We've seen him handle the ball a lot more in this preseason, and defensively he's able to guard multiple positions. He's just really, a unique guy at this level with his size and his skill set.
And then you look at off the bench, the Suns were led by Colin Gillespie's 5 points and 2 rebounds, which he picked up in his first 5 seconds on the floor, including another offensive board, which he had 6 of on Friday coming off the bench. For the Nets, they were led by Cam Thomas, which is per usual for them scoring-wise. He had 15 on 4 of 7 shooting. He didn't take a 3, but he made 7 of 8 from the free throw line. 10 points for Michael Porter Jr., who did make a couple threes and had 3 rebounds. And off the bench, they were led by Zaire Williams, who made a couple threes as well. He had 8 to lead their bench crew, and the Nets bench outscored the Suns bench 18-13 in that first half. Part of their climbing back into this as they trail by only 2 after the Suns led by as many as 15 points, and they'll play 24 minutes of hoops, Tim, and then they'll sit on a large tube in the air for about 15 hours.
15
making
hours
their way back here.
Home, yeah.
And then they get to play again Tuesday night against the Los Angeles Lakers. I know we've seen Kaman Malawach and Rasheer Fleming so far. A lot of people out there are wondering, are we going to see Kobe Brea, who's the other draft pick for the Suns? They got him out of Kentucky. They moved up, actually, to get him as well, just like Rasheer Fleming. Signed him to a 2-way contract. He's expecting to split time between the Valley Suns and here in Phoenix. The likelihood is we'll see him Tuesday night against the Lakers.
See Tuesday night. You'll see a lot of these younger guys as they make that long trip home. And we talk about the travel on it and wear and tear on your body. Those guys will be tired. Haven't played 2 games over there, so we'll probably see those younger guys. But you and I, again, to sing someone praises, Kobe Brea can flat out shoot it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Now, there's a reason his nickname is Fuego, and I took a minute. I was watching the new Suns podcast with Braden Bell, the voice of the Valley Suns. He hosted it with Eddie Johnson, and he had an interview with Kobe Brea, and Kobe's parents were both born in the Dominican Republic, and instead of playing baseball like a lot of Dominican people play,
exactly.
he grew up playing basketball, grew up in New York City, and Fuego was the nickname his mom gave him as a kid, because his mom didn't speak English, and she'd be out there, and every time he'd get the ball, she'd yell Fuego in the stands, so it just stuck. And if you watch him shoot, there's a reason why it stuck. That is as pure of a shot as you'll see.
He makes a lot of them.
They all look like they're going in. And
Sure do.
maybe we'll get a chance Tuesday night here at Mortgage Matchup Center. Meanwhile, at the Venetian Arena, we're ready for quarter number 3, and the Nets will start it working left to right with Traore giving it up for Cam Thomas. He plays catch with Nick Claxton at the top of the arc. A lot of physicality there between Claxton and Dunn. And a whistle and a foul is called. Actually, Oso Ighodaro was there, too. Is it going to be Oso or Dunn that picks
No, I think
up
it was
the foul?
Dunn. He tried to go underneath the screen. Claxton rolled into him. He just grabbed him and shoved him.
There you go. There's the explanation. That was very succinct. You could be
Thank you very
an
much.
official. Nick Claxton in between the rings, dribbling against Oso Ighodaro. Hands it off to Cam Thomas, who spins around a Claxton screen, then loses the handle. Claxton picks it up. Out to Mann for 3 on the right wing. He got it. Terrence Mann gives the Nets their first lead of the game, 52-51. As he knocks down his first shot of the game as well. 3 points for Mann. Oso takes it the length of the floor, throws a pass stolen away by Thomas. He's going to drive the length of the floor the other way. Reverse layup, no. Put back, yes, for Mann. And Terrence Mann has the first 5 points of the half, and the Nets take a 3-point lead, 54-51. Devin Booker back to the basket against man. Now starts to drive to the right baseline. He stops, goes cross court to Grayson Allen, who has to go up high to catch it. Drives past Cam Thomas with a Euro step. Backs it to Booker for three. That's off the back rim, no good. And a rebound knocked loose. Ends up in the hands of Dylan Brooks in the backcourt. Suns reset with Dunn for three in the left corner. That's in and out, no good. Brooks gets it back to Oso. He tried to jam it and missed it. Booker has the loose ball. Backing up to Porter. He drives into the left block. Puts it up, no, but a foul is called on Porter, and Devin Booker's going to go to the line.
Yeah, again, more effort on the offensive glass. You're missing shots, but you're getting more shots than the opposing team, creating opportunities for yourself.
I think this might be a first, TK. Devin Booker is wearing mismatched shoes. You know, we talked a lot about kicks on the program.
I think
I don't remember seeing him wearing two different ones.
I think this is the new age, John Bloom, of this group of youngsters and the way, especially Nike, designs their shoes. I don't think they're mismatched. I think that's
it's intentionally mismatched. Is what I'm going to say. Like, it is the same pair, but they are not identical.
Exactly.
So it's like having twins, but they're not the identical kind, so they don't look anything like each other. Maybe they look a little bit like siblings, I guess, if they're shoes. Is that what I'm talking about right now? Booker made both free throws, and it's a 1-point game. 54-53. Devin has 13 to lead the way for Phoenix. And in the meantime, it's Claxton driving left block, putting it up on the run. He can't get it. Grayson Allen came over to help, and I believe he's going to get whistled for the personal. Nick Claxton to the free throw line.
And it all starts with who, John Bloom?
As far as the mismatch shoes,
yes.
We're going to give the Bulldog the credit.
Without a doubt. Javon Carter.
Yeah, we're going to give him credit.
Is the guy who started it. Then other people jumped on board. Then Nike said, okay, if that many guys want to do it,
that's how we're going to box it.
We're going to have to
put them in the box that way. You're going to buy them this way. They're not going to look like each other.
Wait a second.
Excuse me, is this a pair?
Wait a second. We're talking about NBA players. They don't buy anything.
That's a fair point. I was talking about myself and all the other sneakerheads listening in out there. You know who you are, so says Jay. Everybody listening out there. I've even turned my dad into a sneakerhead.
Have you really?
He's rocking some new Nikes as he listens back in the Bay. Good morning, Dad. Here's Oso Ighodaro driving at the length of the floor. It blocked away from behind off the window, and a foul comes in. So I believe Oso's going to get to the free throw line after it was just Nick Claxton missing two during our shoe conversation.
So speaking of shoe conversation with your
Let's
dad.
get back to it.
Exactly.
Really
is he a Nike Air?
He's
Jordan?
like the good cushion is going Air. It's got that nice
Air Force One or
no, we didn't go. Those are heavy. You ever wear the Air Force
ones?
Ones?
I love the Air Force.
They're great.
Ones.
I love them, but they're heavier.
Yes.
We got him more like the running with the soft cushion. By the way,
so he's not a book guy or a Kobe guy.
But
yet?
Tomorrow is his birthday, so maybe
another
a new
pair's
pair
on the way.
Maybe there should be a new pair. Happy early birthday, Pop!
I'm surprised you haven't gotten a pair of Air Jordans. Those are good walking
it's his
around.
Name. He's Jordan.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense. I've gotten him other things that say Jordan on.
Because you got guys wearing them in, with suits and ties. They go with jeans.
Agree. Great play by Grayson Allen. He lays out to knock the ball loose from the young man Nolan Traore, the rookie from France, and Allen ends up getting the violation on Traore, who went backcourt to grab it. Allen was just flying all over the floor. And another turnover forced by the Suns. That's now 10 on Brooklyn. Suns with the ball, leading 55-54, and now they take a turn turning it over. Devin Booker.
They should just, you call it once a game, and it happens on every possession.
Talking about a travel?
Travel. Just take it out of the game. I'm fine with that. If you're not going to call
so
it.
So you want a guy to be able to just run with the ball.
Why not? They do anyway.
I watched that. It was called my 5-year-old playing basketball.
Exactly.
Here comes Ryan Dunn with a steal. He's going to go the length of the floor and throw it down with both hands. That's how you finish off a break off a turnover. Ryan Dunn takes it for the jam, and he's got 5. Suns lead it by 3, 57-54. 9.5 minutes left in the third, and now Grayson Allen takes one of the kisser from that rookie, Nolan Traore, who's getting frustrated with Allen's pressure.
And that's the thing. The pressure on him, you want that pressure to get away, so you give him that little chicken wing to try to get him to move away. So the pressure is just uncomfortable, even at this level where they've dealt with it their entire lives.
The Suns are taking advantage of it right now, but now we get another whistle and a stoppage as Devin Booker had the ball on the offensive end. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Dylan Brooks. That is his 5th personal.
Wow.
He's played 20 minutes already, so he's probably getting close to his number. But 5 fouls, 1 more, he's done. Traore got away with a carry, dribbling against Ryan Dunn's defense as he brings him over to the left wing. Now around a pick from Claxton. Bounces right side to Thomas. 5 on the shot clock. Cam Thomas, I'm not sure he sees it. Now he starts to eye a 3. Fades and misses everything off the backboard. It would have been a shot clock violation if it didn't go out of bounds to the Suns, which it did. So the Suns get it. Leading 57-54. 8:54 left to go. Quarter number 3. Devin Booker, Oso Ighodaro, and Dylan Brooks, the 3 Suns players in double figures. Booker's got 13, 10 each from Oso and Dylan. Oso bringing it up the floor from right to left. It's Allen for 3. He got it on the right side. Grayson Allen has knocked down 3 threes on 5 tries. Give him 9 points for the game, and the Suns are up a half dozen, 60-54. 8:35 left in the third. Porter trying to answer, and he will. 3 over Dylan Brooks, fading in the right corner for Michael Porter Jr., who's now made 3 of 6 from deep. He's got 13. Brooks dribbling into Terrence Mann's defense, gets shoved, hits a fadeaway on the baseline and wants it to count as he got the whistle and the foul. Dylan Brooks kept playing and made a tough shot after taking the shove from Terrence Mann. And it looks like he was in the process of gathering, but they will not be counting that basket for Brooks. So the foul will give it to the Suns on the sideline. And it'll be Ryan Dunn inbounding, 16 to shoot. He finds Oso at the top of the key. Hand off to Booker, dribbling left wing. Now he stops with Saraf playing defense. 9 on the shot clock. Grayson Allen trying to split the defense, dribbling through Terrence Mann and Nick Claxton. And an offensive foul is whistled on Oso Ighodaro. I've seen a number of those.
Yeah, and again, it's very tough to understand because everybody sets screens the same way. 2 hands in your back, a little shove. That's what Oso did.
Ben Saraf dribbling near midcourt.
There's one right there.
Another shove as the Nets get away with it. Claxton fakes the pass, drives on Oso, loses his footing, falls down, and gives it away to Dylan Brooks. 2-on-1. He's got Allen with him. Gets a shove on Mann, put it up and in. Dylan Brooks through the contact. They didn't blow the whistle, so he kept going, finished it off, and the Suns are back up 5, 62-57. Brooks has 12 on the game, and now they force another turnover with Michael Porter Jr. stepping out of bounds.
Yeah, he tries to get behind that 3-point line on every play, and he was in between that the short side on the sideline.
That is his comfort zone, no doubt about it, even though he does have great athleticism and size. Booker on the drive, running left-hander, got the roll and the foul on Terrence Mann, the deuce and the damage for D-Book. It's a 7-point Suns lead, 64-57, 7:39 left in quarter number 3, and Devin Booker applying the pressure on that Nets defense as he has been aggressive offensively today. 4 out of 10 from the floor. Now 15 points and counting as he'll have a free throw coming up.
Taking the ball to the basket against Terrence Mann. Devin Booker showing his skills, left-handed finish.
Headband on headband crime right there. So I think those are the only 2 guys wearing them right now. And Booker took Mann to the 10, and he hits the free throw. He's 5 of 6 from the line. 16 points to lead all scorers for D-Book. And the Suns playing defense now. Almost a walk for Porter. A step back 3 over Dunn. No. Rebound batted out by Book, but taken by Saraf. And he'll reset for the Nets. Got 10 to shoot. Goes behind his back and brings it over between the rings. Now to the left wing. Finds Thomas top of the arc. He'll penetrate. Lob to Claxton for the jam. And an alley-oop finished by Nick Claxton. He's got 4 points. And the Suns lead cut to 6, 65-59. Brooks throws to Dunn on the left wing. Backs it out to Booker. Fakes the shot. Penetrates on Porter. Running right-hander. Can't get the roll as it just came off the front iron. Oso tipped it, but it went to Claxton, who dribbles it in ahead for Brooklyn. Swings to Porter for 3. Can't knock it down, and we've got Grayson Allen falling and hurting himself as he's grabbing onto his leg in pain right now. A foul is called on the Brooklyn Nets. It is Michael Porter Jr. picking up the offensive foul.
How many times do you see that? The offensive foul on a shooter as he comes down and throws the defender out of the way.
Fortunately, Grayson Allen's up to his feet. We hope he's okay. We'll get an update when we return. 6:43 left in the third. It's the Suns 65 and the Nets 59.
The wait is over. The 2025-2026 NBA season is here, and Suns basketball is back.
So jamming it on top of
Join us for the Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores tip-off on Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. against the Sacramento Kings. Every fan in attendance will receive a free T-shirt courtesy of Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores. Secure your seats today at Suns.com.
Suns fans, join FanDuel today. You'll get started with $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Plus, after the game tips off, you can even combine live prop bets into a same-game parlay for a chance to win big. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the Phoenix Suns.
21 plus and present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
The Suns are your game ticket to ride. When the Suns play at home, your game ticket doubles as Valley Metro rail fare. Good as early as 4 hours before the game and through the end of the transit day. Skip the hassle of traffic. Save on parking and ride straight to the arena. Exit on 3rd Street in Jefferson or 3rd Street in Washington. It's fast, it's easy, and it's all part of your ticket to ride. Find out more at valleymetro.org/Suns or download the Valley Metro app.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy place every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
6 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third quarter in Macau, China, and the Suns leading the Nets 65-59. The starters been out there here in the third, and if they follow suit of the way they operated on Friday night, Tim, then the likelihood is the fourth will be taken over by a lot of the young players. But right now, guys who normally play looking pretty sharp.
Yeah, they are, and that's what the preseason is for. Get these guys feeling comfortable going into the regular season, being on the court together.
Good news, Grayson Allen back out there after taking a hard fall on a foul committed by Michael Porter Jr. Grayson is staying in the game along with the other starters, Booker, Iguodala, Dunn, and Brooks. Nets have Mann, Porter, Claxton, Thomas, and Saraf as their five. Saraf, the only non-starter out there. Here's Oso Iguodala on the logo center court, brings it over to Devin Booker. He dribbles against Saraf, takes him to the free throw line, jumps one up, and missed off the back iron. Rebound tapped by Dylan Brooks, and I think that's going to be an early exit for Dylan. His sixth foul as he knocked Ben Saraf to the ground.
Yeah, and again, one of my things I don't like about the NBA, you can lose a player. You look at every other sport, they go to the penalty box or, it's a 15-yard penalty. But in the NBA, it's an easy fix. Just give them a technical for anything above 6.
Yeah, you brought that up in the past, and I agree. I think that would be a welcome change by a lot of people, especially the ones who pay a lot of money to go see these guys play. And then end up not being able to see them for the full game. Now here's Ben Saraf finding Thomas at the top of the key. Devin Booker took a hard pick from Claxton but shook it off. Defending Saraf. Now he gets screened by Thomas. Grayson Allen on Saraf, who's dribbling with the left hand. Goes to his left, takes it baseline underneath the basket. His pass for Mann, who put it up at the shot clock buzzer and got it to go. A little double pump layup for Terrence Mann in the lane, and it's a 4-point game. 65-61. Mann has 7 for the Nets. Grayson Allen into the forecourt. He gets a pick from Oso and swings it to him on the left elbow. Cross court it goes to O'Neal for 3, right side. He got it. Royce O'Neal, quick trigger, able to knock it down on a nice pass from Oso Iguodala, who picks up his third assist. 7 points for Royce off the bench. Mann trying to answer from the right corner, can't hit the 3. Oso the rebound and a quick outlet to O'Neal. No look past Booker in the lane. He'll put it up. No, but a foul on Terrence Mann will send Devin Booker back to the free throw line.
Yeah, Oso Iguodala really enjoying his role, expanded role of, being a facilitator, being involved, they called him point forward. Now you can call him a point center, I guess.
Seriously.
But distributing the ball, that's great vision.
Good ball handling.
Yeah, very under control.
And I don't think he's the only one enjoying his role because, look, he's doing very well in that role. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal. That's just what he's done statistically.
And the opposing defensive center, he doesn't like playing against that.
No.
I speak from experience.
Wait a second. My guy's bringing the ball up?
I don't want to guard that. And it takes the pressure off Devin Booker and Grayson Allen and all those other guys, having a guy trying to be aggressive against them and getting them into the play.
Yeah, that's a great point. And Oso does a great job at that, making the opposing big uncomfortable. Right now it's Nick Claxton who just took a shove down low and drew a foul on Ryan Dunn. That is his second personal. And with 5:12 left in the third, the Suns have opened up a 9-point lead, 70-61. Our score, Devin Booker leading the way with 18 again. He has led the way in each of the first 2 preseason games, 24 in the opener against the Lakers last Friday in Palm Desert, then at 18 before Jordan Goodwin hit that late 3 to replace him as the leading scorer. He had 19, so I take back what I said. Goodwin was the leading scorer on Friday in Macau. Now a 3 rims off for the Nets. It goes out of bounds off of the Suns, so the Nets will retain possession. 5:04 to go, and they have 14 on the shot clock. Saraf inbounding underneath the basket to the right. Gets it to Thomas for 3 in the left corner. It's off the front rim, tipped up and in by Michael Porter Jr. There's that size and athleticism we talked about that he has, as well as the three-point touch. Just don't see him use it as much. 70-63. Porter leading the Nets with 15 along with Thomas. Booker, nice bounce pass to Oso. Takes it right to the rim. Can't get the runner, but it's a goaltend call. So they'll count the basket. Oso Ighodaro with 12 points on the game.
Yeah, not only can he handle it, but he has great finishing skills around the basket. Really athletic.
Yeah, we didn't bring up his hops.
Which, he's got some hops.
He really does. I mean, you're already 6'11", so you're near the rim to begin with. Now you can jump really high. Nick Richards can both do that. And Kaman Malawach is no slouch at 19 years of age. Now we haven't seen Mark Williams yet. And as Tim mentioned, he's the most talented of the bunch. Here's Booker, outlet to O'Neal. Ahead of the crowd, he'll lay it in with the right hand. Good ball movement on the fast break by the Suns. Book picks up his 5th assist. Royce O'Neal, 9 off the bench. And the Suns are up 11, 74-63. 4:15 left in the third. Then Saraf on the dribble. Has it on the right wing. Booker gets shoved to the ground. No whistle. Thomas gets it left wing with Royce O'Neal up in his jersey. Now Thomas on the dribble and a foul on Royce O'Neal for being in the jersey.
And there's a classic example. Devin Booker's looking at the officials like, the guy just, clipped me. A legal block in the back. And then, Cam Thomas flails and scoots his arms out, and all of it's a defensive foul.
So Thomas at the free throw line, and the first one is good. The Nets are 9 of 14 from the line. Suns 14 out of 17. And Thomas 8 out of 9 himself.
Our guy Jesse Mermes went back to the traditional black frame glasses. He had those.
The orange ones were popping the other day.
They were popping. We got to ask him about that.
We need to request the orange ones, I think, is what we need to do.
We need to see how many different frames he has in his collection.
What kind of colorways does Jesse Mermes have in his frame collection? It's not a sneakerhead, he's a frame head. All right, here's Nick Richards throwing down an alley-oop. Jam time for the Suns, putting them up a dozen, 76-64. Richards off the bench with 6, and none louder than those two right there is Royce O'Neal, the beautiful assist on the alley-oop, and that forces Jordi Fernandez to call timeout. 3:52 left to play in the third. It's the Suns 76, the Nets 64.
Oh, you didn't know? Gila River Resorts and Casinos is Arizona's #1 casino, and no one does it better. So, play hard, relax like a movie star, party like a rock star, and dine like a king or a queen. However you do you, no one lets you take it to legendary status like we do. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You do you. Visit one of our 4 locations, Wild Horse Pass, Lone Butte, Vicuiva, or Santan Mountain, or visit GilaCasinos.com to learn more.
At Fry's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Fry's shoppers never compromise. Fry's. Fresh for everyone.
The Phoenix Suns have a new coach, a new GM, and some new young and talented players, but some things remain the same, like D Book and D Schwartz. That's Dr. Schwartz for those asking. Yes, the team eye doctor of your Suns is back for his 26th season. While he may not be able to dribble behind his back, he is the most advanced LASIK surgeon in the Valley. So for those of you interested in LASIK surgery, the Schwartz Laser Eye Center is offering free consults in Scottsdale, Glendale, and Mesa. Call 480-483-EYES or go online at teamidoc.com.
Federal employees keep our country going, and GEHA is proud to keep them going with health plans exclusively for them. We were started by postal employees in 1937, and today we offer all federal employees a network of 1.7 million providers and a health plan for every stage of life. That's why we've been trusted by millions of federal employees and retirees across the country since 1937. GEHA. Find your federal health plan at GEHA.com.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
3:52 left in the third. It's the Suns over the Nets, 76-64. John Bloom, Tim Kenton with you, along with Walt Ellis, our engineer, and Ali Narini producing. Hope everybody's having a good weekend as we come to you kind of right in the middle of it all with a full Sunday ahead. And the Suns will be spending that part of the Sunday up in the air, traveling back here after a couple of games in Macau, China. They won the first one in overtime, 132-127, and they lead by 12 right now. We've got some new Suns on the floor. Jordan Goodwin, who starred in that overtime victory, is back on the floor, along with Colin Gillespie, Nick Richards, Ryan Dunn, and Royce O'Neal. That's bringing up the floor. Saraf finds Sharp at the top of the key, gets it back and shoots a three that's short. Goodwin tips it up in the air, and it's taken by Clowney of the Nets. Working around to Zaire Williams for three, and he hits another one on the left wing. He's made 3 out of 4 from deep, has 11 points off the bench, and cuts the Suns' lead to 9, 76-67. Colin Gillespie being double-teamed, finds Richards. He'll bounce it to Goodwin on the baseline. Now it's O'Neal, top of the arc. Holds with 10 seconds to shoot. Richards sets a screen. O'Neal swings to Dunn. Penetrates, throws a pass baseline, knocked out of bounds by Clowney. 3.8 on the shot clock.
Plenty of time to execute. You just have to stay disciplined to execute the out-of-bounds play.
And it'll be Jordan Goodwin inbounding. He gets a lob pass in for O'Neal, who fakes the three, drives the lane, floater from the free throw line, rims around, comes off. Richards had it, lost it to Day'Ron Sharp. But a good look, as you said, had time for that, and Royce O'Neal capitalized, just couldn't find the range. He's got 9 points on the game. Now Clowney a three, he'll hit from the left wing. Noah Clowney made a few in Friday's game. That's his first hit from deep in this game, and he's got 5 points off the bench. 76-70. Suns lead cut to 6. Ryan Dunn on the drive. Hangs and hits off the window with his right hand, and that was a strong move to his left and finishing with the right. 78-70. Dunn has 7 points. Clowney another three, this time from the right side. Rims off, and Dunn flies in for the board. He's got 5 of those to go with his 7 points. Now he swings to O'Neal. Penetrates left baseline. Back outside it goes to Gillespie for 3. That's off the mark. Rebound. Richards had it. Got knocked away by Clowney, and a foul will go on Noah Clowney.
Nick Richards doing his job, getting on the glass. Knows he's not going to get a lot of touches, on the offensive end. Go make a touch for myself.
And he did. He climbed the ladder. Clowney was there with him, but Richards quicker to it, and Clowney ends up colliding with him and then taking the brunt of the collision and hitting the deck. But he picks up the foul. And Richards is at the line for 2. He missed his first attempt from the stripe earlier, and he knocks down his second. So it's a 9-point Suns lead. We've talked about this storyline with Nick Richards having to fight for playing time this year.
Yeah.
And he's fighting a similar foe. It's Mark Williams, who he was behind in Charlotte.
It's like, wait a second. I came to Phoenix. I thought I left that guy in Charlotte.
Richards in his 6th season out of Kentucky, where he left after his junior year, and his second free throw misses short. He shot 82% from the line last season, splitting his time between the Hornets and the Suns. Here come the Nets with the ball down 9, 79-70. Saraf, a fake pass, steps back for a jumper that goes from the left elbow. And Ben Saraf has his second bucket, 4 points off the bench. Here come the Suns up 7, 79-72 with under 2 minutes left in the third. Gillespie dribbling right wing. Finds Richards at the top of the arc. He'll hand it to Goodwin. Penetrates, hangs, right-hand runner up and in for Jordan Goodwin, who picks up where he left off Friday after having 19 points to lead the Suns. He's got his first 2 points here on this Sunday. And a bounce pass is kicked away. They don't whistle it, though. Clowney picks up the loose ball and dribbles against Nigel Hayes-Davis of the Suns. Backs it out for Saraf, who has Gillespie on him. He dribbles over to the left wing. Hayes-Davis switches on him. Saraf's wraparound pass deflected, but Sharp comes up with it, turns, shoots, and misses. Foul is whistled by Musa Dagger, and that one's going to go on the Suns. Nick Richards.
Yeah, I like the front line of the Suns. You know, obviously we haven't seen Mark Williams yet, but Nick Richards is solid. You know what you're getting from him every night. And I think that's, when you have confidence in a guy, we've talked about this, throughout the years, John Bloom, knowing what you're going to get from him night in and night out. You don't need a 20 and 15 night when the guy is like 10 and 8. You give me 10 and 8 every night, and I can count on that. As a coach, you absolutely love that.
Absolutely. As Day'Ron Sharp's free throws are good. And it's a 7-point Suns lead, 81-74 with 1:19 left in the third. And Royce O'Neal having trouble inbounding. Had to call timeout. Did he get it before? No, 5-second call.
5-second call.
Royce was saying timeout, and he was indicating, but Musa Dagger said no. 5 seconds came first, and so it is a turnover. That is the 9th on the game. Take that back. 13 turnovers for the Suns. 16 for the Nets, which is far better than what they had on Friday. 34 in that game. Suns have the ball, actually get a ball back as Jordan Goodwin comes up with a steal. Ahead to Gillespie. Now Richards will throw it down again with a big right-hand flush. Richards with 9 points on the game. That time set up by Colin Gillespie on the break.
Love the decision-making Colin Gillespie. Not only is a really high percent shot, but you're taking care of the big guy, running the floor.
3 by Williams. It's short. He's made his last few. O'Neal brings it up the floor. Try to pass. It's Aaron. Gillespie tried to track it down. It's taken away by Saraf. And here come the Nets in transition. Clowney open for 3, and he hits from the right corner. He's shown a good shooting touch from deep so far in these 2 China games as he knocks down his 5th 3 of the weekend. 2 for 4 on this game. 8 points off the bench for Clowney. 83-77. Suns by 6 with 35 seconds left in the quarter. Richards gets it in the lane and is hammered by Clowney. Then they get in a little shoving match.
Come
we get
on,
a technical
Curtis.
foul on Nick Richards.
You have him tied up. He's holding him. That's a terrible bit of officiating right there.
Both guys kind of shoved each other.
He's the offensive player. He gets tied up. They're grabbing and holding him, and he's just trying to get these guys off of him.
And then Clowney shoves Richards' arm and ends up getting a technical on Richards.
That's not very good officiated, Curtis. Play.
If anything, it's a double T, in my opinion. If you're going to do it, but you might as well just skip it and let Richards shoot the free throws because he was fouled. Now it's Zaire Williams with a technical for the Nets, who trail by 6, 83-77 with 33.5 left in the third. Free throw up and good for Williams, who has been good. 12 points on 4 of 7 shooting, made 3 threes, and now his only free throw. 83-78, and now it'll be Nick Richards with a couple of free throws on the other end. He's 1 for 3 so far on the game. But if he makes one, he'll be the 4th Suns player into double figures on the night. 18 for Booker, 12 each for Iguodaro and Brooks. And now Nick Richards bends, shoots, and hits, so he's got 10. 3 rebounds and an assist as well to go with the block shot for Richards.
Again, the NBA officials are so renowned for calling the reaction. They always miss the first one and call the second one.
That is a common theme. Second free throw is good. Richards makes them both, and he's got 11. Lead is back to 7 for the Suns. And the difference is at 10 on the shot clock and the game clock as the Nets bring it up. Saraf finds Williams for 3 right side, and he hit again.
Williams and Clowney right now are carrying these guys from the three-point line.
They've made a combined 6 for 10 from deep between the two of them. Zaire has made 4 of 6 himself. He's got 15. And the Suns' lead is back to 4. They do have 13 seconds left, so plenty of time to get a shot here before the quarter comes to an end. Gillespie on the drive, stops, then goes to the left elbow, gives to O'Neal for 3 in the corner. That's no good. Richards taps to Goodwin for 3 at the buzzer. He got it. Jordan Goodwin again, the buzzer beater. This time it puts the Suns up 7 on their way to quarter number 4. His first long-range shot of the game. Remember, he hit the dagger at the end of game 1 Friday in Macau. Now he's got 5 off the bench, and the Suns take an 88-81 lead at the end of 3. We'll come back to Venetian Arena after these messages for fourth quarter action on the Phoenix Suns Basketball Network.
Millions of fans agree this Christmas tradition rocks. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting The Ghost of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO and more. November 30th, 2 shows, 3 and 7:30 p.m. Mortgage Matchup Center. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
At Bell Bank, the Valley is our home, and we're committed to investing in our community. With 4 locations across the Phoenix Metro, you'll find all the financial tools you need to reach your goals. Whether you're saving for the future, starting a business, or buying your first home, we have the experience and expertise you can count on. And we're proud to be the official bank of the Phoenix Suns. Visit Bell.Bank to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Suns fans, a new season means a new chance to shine. And just like your Phoenix Suns, Ford's starting lineup is ready to rise to the occasion. Whether it's the strength of F-150, the boldness of Bronco and Bronco Sport, or the speed of Mustang, Ford brings the power, style, and capability to drive what's next. So rise and shine, Suns fans, and get behind the wheel of your new Ford truck or SUV today. Only at your Desert Ford dealers, proud partners of the Phoenix Suns.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader. Mornings, it's Bickley and Murata, 6 to 10 a.m. Bickley and Murata, 6 to 10 a.m.
I like Vinny a lot.
I like you too, Bick. Middays, it's Wolf and Luke, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wolf and Luke, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. What is that? What's going on, Luke? Afternoons, it's Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m. Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m.
Bernsey, what's going on?
Arizona's biggest sports personalities are on the local sports leader. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
And before we get the fourth quarter started in Macau, China, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Phoenix Suns Basketball Network.
KTAR AM Phoenix. This is where Arizona connects with a worldwide leader in sports. ESPN 620.
Suns lead the Nets 88-81 as we get ready for fourth quarter action from the Venetian Arena. John Bloom, Tim Kempton with you here in Phoenix, along with Walt Ellis, our engineer. Ali Narini producing inside the studio. Happy to have you with us in these early morning hours on Sunday as the Suns bring it up from right to left, leading by 7. Gillespie gives to O'Neal right side for 3. That rims off, and it's taken by Drake Powell of the Nets. Ahead it comes to Ben Saraf. 2 young backcourt players for the Nets out there with Clowney, Sharp, and Danny Wolf making his first appearance of the game. Saraf putting on a little pivot display in the lane, gets it out to Clowney, who can't hit the 3, but Saraf, the offensive board, whips a pass cross court to Powell. Now it's Clowney, fakes the 3, drives on Gillespie. It's knocked away and stolen by Nigel Hayes-Davis, who brings it ahead for the Suns. He waits for his teammates and finds Gillespie trailing for 3, and he hits straight away.
Quick timeout by Jordy Fernandez. Doesn't like the offensive set, doesn't like his team not getting back on defense.
Nice play by Nigel Hayes-Davis to get the steal. Then he sets up Gillespie, who knocks down his second 3 of the game. He's got 8 points off the bench, and the Suns are up 10. 91-81, timeout with 11:11 left to play in China.
Federal employees keep our country going, and GEHA is proud to keep them going with health plans exclusively for them. We were started by postal employees in 1937, and today we offer all federal employees a network of 1.7 million providers and a health plan for every stage of life. That's why we've been trusted by millions of federal employees and retirees across the country since 1937. GEHA. Find your federal health plan at GEHA.com.
The wait is over. The 2025-2026 NBA season is here, and Suns basketball is back. Join us for the Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores tip-off on Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. against the Sacramento Kings. Every fan in attendance will receive a free t-shirt courtesy of Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores. Secure your seats today at suns.com.
Give up bread to reach your health goals? We would never. Hero Bread makes soft, fluffy, and delicious bread, buns, tortillas, and more, all with ultra-low net carbs, 0-gram sugar, and high fiber. Each serving boasts more protein than conventional grocery store options, so you can crush your macros. Hero also drops other limited edition, ultra-low net carb baked goods like rich, flaky croissants and more. Find Hero Bread at your local Sprouts or Whole Foods Market or online at hero.co. That's HERO.co.
Action Termite and Pest Control is proud to be the official pest control provider of your Phoenix Suns. With over 5,000 five-star Google reviews and more than 50 years of protecting Arizona homes, Action is the name you can trust. From scorpions and spiders to termites and rodents, Action has you covered so you can focus on the game. Take action against pests today. Call 602-899-2222 or visit actiontermitecontrol.com.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
11-11 left to play in Macau, and the Suns lead the Nets by 10, 91-81. It's Colin Gillespie, Royce O'Neal, Nick Richards, Nigel Hayes-Davis, and Jordan Goodwin, the five in purple for the Suns, while the Nets are countering with Sharp, Clowney, Saraf, Powell, and Wolf. And we'll see if we see some more of the Suns rookies. Come on, Malawach played 3 minutes in the first half, and Rasheer Fleming yet to make his appearance here in this game after looking pretty good on Friday in his action, including in overtime when the Suns won it by 5. Here's Danny Wolf bringing it up the left side of the floor for the Nets, backs it out for a three from Powell. That's short. Rebounded by Jordan Goodwin. Suns on the move. Gillespie up the right side. Fakes the three and gave it up to Goodwin. Now he gets it back. Dribbling against Danny Wolf. Swings back to Goodwin, top of the arc. He takes a few dribbles. Backs it out against Sharp with 10 to shoot. Goodwin bounce pass to Hayes-Davis. Right baseline jumper. It's good for Nigel. He's made some good plays in his brief time on the floor so far. Nigel Hayes-Davis, former Wisconsin Badger, then turned European basketball star, now back in the NBA, and has his first points in tonight's game. 93-81, Suns by 12, and we get a foul on Hayes-Davis, who was defending Noah Clowney. 27 left to play. And Hayes-Davis picks up his second personal. Noah Clowney's been active off the bench for the Nets in both games. Now it's Goodwin coming from behind to steal it from Sharp. He's all alone in the forecourt, and he'll lay it up and in off the window.
They're going to give him a hard time for not dunking it, but they still like to play.
Even when you're 6'3", you still get a hard time for not. Yeah, you do.
Definitely.
In the NBA, you do.
Breakaway.
I think he thought about it and had one misstep on the dribble, so he changed to the finger roll. Now it's Saraf, cross-court pass, Wolf for three. He hits. Danny Wolf has shown he's got that range. The rookie out of Michigan has his first 3 points off the bench, and it's 95-84. Wolf, one of two players on the Nets who played for the Israeli national team. Ben Saraf, the other. He's on the floor with him right now. Gillespie steps to his left, shoots a three, can't make it. Richards tips it, but it's off the fingertips of Hayes-Davis, out of bounds to the Nets.
Yeah, Wolf, another guy with a bigger guy with great skills. We saw him handle the ball quite a bit in the first game. Shows his range to the three-point line.
A lot of people thought he might be a first-round pick, but he ended up slipping to the second for the Nets. And now out there with his fellow draft pick Ben Saraf, who's now driving against Nick Richards. Takes him to the left block. Suns lead is 11 with 9.5 minutes to play. Sharp posting up against the smaller Goodwin, who slaps the ball away after that post move, and a steal for Richards. Here come the Suns. Goodwin up the left wing. Crosses over on Clowney. Gets to the rim, but then loses the handle off the backboard. And the ball bounces around into the hands of Sharp. Ahead comes Saraf. Right side, Powell, an open three. He hit another one. Drake Powell, 2 for 3 from deep. He's got 6 points off the bench, the former North Carolina Tar Heel. And the Suns' lead is 8, 95-87 with under 9 to play. Jared Butler has just come back out on the floor for Jordan Ott. He's out there with Goodwin, Richards, Hayes Davis, and Fleming making his first appearance of the night. Butler on the right wing finds Goodwin top of the arc. He fakes the three, penetrates on Clowney to the free throw line, and backs it out to Butler. 3 to shoot. He ducks under his defender, put it up and in on the run.
Jared Butler with a nice move, going against a little bit of a mismatch on the perimeter there, got into the lane.
That's his first bucket of the game after 12 in each of the first 2, and now here's a shot by Sharp that is no good off the window, but a foul whistled on the Suns, and I believe Nick Richards is going to pick it up.
Or did Rasheer get it and Nick blocked the shot?
That's a good question. You are right. Rasheer Fleming whistled for his first personal foul, so he's officially in the box score now.
And not the way you want to, but you're in the box score.
There's a crooked number on there. It's a 1 in the PF category for personal foul as the free throw, or FT, is good.
Nick Richards done for the night as come on Malawach gets on the floor.
We were wondering whether we'd see Malawach, and he is back after 3 minutes in the first half. We're going to see the Nets go back to their bench, too. Tyrese Martin will check in. And he replaces Drake Powell. 97-88, Suns on top with 8:26 to go. Day'Ron Sharp just hit a free throw. He's 4 for 5 from the line. 6 points, 6 boards for the big man. Sharp in his 5th season out of North Carolina, and he's able to hit both free throws. So the Suns' lead is 8. Jared Butler dribbles it across the timeline. Actually, Drake Powell did stay out there for the Nets, so my screen was wrong on that substitution. Goodwin gave it up to Hayes Davis at the right elbow. Bounce pass, right corner, Fleming penetrates, gives to Malawach in the lane. He'll put it up and in off the window with the left-hand finish. Nice play from rookie to rookie, Fleming to Malawach, and the Suns are back up 10. 8 minutes left, 99-89. And now Wolf lobs to Sharp. It's poked away by Malawach and stolen by Fleming. Here comes Goodwin into the forecourt. Jordan on the drive. Left-hand dribble. Put it up and can't get the roll. It's off the back iron. Taken by Sharp. Wolf will bring it back the other way for the Nets. There was a pass deflected and stolen, but a foul is whistled on Jordan Goodwin, who was the one who deflected it away from Drake Powell.
7:40 to go. You want to, it's already gotten a little sloppy here. Just want to settle down. Build that trust between yourself and the coaching staff. Doesn't have to be spectacular. Just be solid for these guys on the floor right now.
Day'Ron Sharp is replaced on the floor by Jalen Wilson, who makes his first entrance. Former Kansas Jayhawk. Now it's Powell swinging left side to Wolf. Penetrates into the lane. Backs it out to a wide open Powell for 3. And he missed that one short. But Clowney grabs the offensive board. Takes it out to the corner. Shoots a 3 that's also short. Right into the hands of Rasheer Fleming. The Suns bring it up with a 10-point lead and 7:20 left to go. Butler dribbling against Wilson. Crosses over between his legs, gets to the right elbow, throws left side to Goodwin and passes out of bounds after Drake Powell deflected it. So
stay in the system, execute on the offensive end, make plays for your teammate right now is what you want to do.
7:11 to go. 99-89 Suns. Goodwin gets it into Hayes Davis, gets it back, shoots a 3 from the left corner. No, Hayes Davis had it and lost it in the lane. Stay here, says Nick Buchert. It's a foul on the Nets. Drake Powell.
Suns have a lot of talent. Be interested. We talked to Jordan Ott before the game against L.A. over in Palm Desert, and he even said 9-10 guys.
That's what he's expecting his normal rotation to be.
Exactly.
10 deep. But it's going to be difficult even to trim it to 10, don't you think?
See a little bit of a hockey substitution every now and then?
Maybe. Full line shifts as now here come the Nets on offense after the Suns misfire on a 3. It's a 10-point game, 99-89 with 6:45 to play. Jalen Wilson wants a 3, and he hits that 3 from deep on the left side. Wilson's first points of the game off the bench, and it's 99-92 Suns, 6.5 to go. Butler brings it to the top of the arc, keeps on dribbling all the way to the baseline. Wrap around to Hayes Davis. He'll try a 3. That's short. And Tyrese Martin climbs the ladder for the rebound. Brings it up for the Nets. Left-hand dribble over to the left wing. Now back to the top of the arc. Martin swings right wing. Clowney has it. And they play catch. Tyrese Martin crossing over on Malawach. Gets into the paint. Throws a pass deflected by Goodwin, but taken by Powell. His pass goes off the leg of Goodwin out of bounds. And let's see if they reset it to 14 on the timer or keep it at 4.9 for the Nets. After that could have been called a kick, but a lot of times we see it not
called, yeah.
And they aren't going to call it this time. 4.9. Dariq Whitehead making his first appearance in China for the Brooklyn Nets as he checks in off the bench. And Danny Wolf gets the inbounds pass, top of the arc, down to 2 seconds. He loses it. It's going to be a shot clock violation, but Jared Butler actually had it in his hands, was off to the races. That's a tough call for an official because you have to determine whether or not the team has possession.
And again, some more pressure, that time by Malawach against Wolf out top, making him uncomfortable with that short shot clock.
So the Suns have the ball. Thunder 6 left, leading by 7, 99-92. Jared Butler on the dribble, gives it to Malawach. He goes up with it. The layup is up and in. He got it to go. Little round-the-world pump fake on his way to the rim. And come on, Malawach with a nice finish. He's made both his field goals.
How about the body control and the movement by Malawach?
That's the thing. You don't see a lot of 7-footers make that kind of alteration midair with the ball. And that's what he just did to give the Suns a 9-point lead, 101-92, 5:40 to go. Danny Wolf dribbling, right side against Malawach, goes around the back, put it up with the left hand and hit. Speaking of tough finishes, that was what Danny Wolf just did with no fear against the bigger, come on, Malawach, as he saw his action in college. Now Malawach trying to return the favor, goes right to the rim, missed the runner this time. Wolf had his hands on it but lost it. Wilson tracks it down for the Nets. 101-94 Suns, 5:15 to go. Wolf still handling the ball, gives to Martin for 3. That one's up and good on the right side. It's a 4-point game as Tyrese Martin hits the 3. And it's 101-97. First 3 of the game for Martin. Under 5 minutes to go. Jared Butler brings it across for the Suns. Gets a pick from Malawach, doesn't use it. Instead drives the lane, hangs, and hits off the window. What a finish for Butler, who then gets teed up as he yelled after making that shot right at the inbounder for the Nets, and it's going to be a technical foul.
Well, the reason he said something to the inbounder because he's the one who tried to come over and challenge the shot in Whitehead. He took contact. And he just said N1 to him. That should have been said to the official.
Yep. Instead, he'll get a taunting foul.
Yeah.
And the free throw by the Nets is... Actually, now they're not giving a technical. They gave double tees to Whitehead.
Oh, really?
Got one as well. That's why there was no technical. And we are going to see Kobe Brea make his Suns debut. He just checked in, the rookie out of Kentucky. Suns picked in the second round. Called the best shooter in the draft. Now out there playing defense. Here's Martin, a 3 from the left side. He hits, looking like the best shooter on the floor as he's made back-to-back 3s with nothing but net hit. And it's 103-100. 6 points for Martin. Butler into the forecourt. Finds Malawach. He'll try a 3 and leave it short as it grazes the net before going out of bounds for Kamal Malawach. He's frustrated at himself, slaps his hands together, and gets back on defense. So all 3 draft picks for the Suns. Malawach, Fleming, and Brea on the floor, along with David Duke Jr., who has checked in, and Jared Butler. That's inbounding. Have to go the length of the floor. We've got just over 4 minutes left and a 3-point game, 103-100. The Suns have led by as many as 15. That came in the first half. They had that lead up to a dozen here in the fourth. The Nets have chipped away at it. And a whistle and a loose ball was knocked away by the Suns, so the Nets will have it. Midcourt, they inbound it. And it's Whitehead giving it off to Wolf. Now Martin has it between the circles, dribbling past Duke. He takes it inside the lane. His pass stolen by Butler. Suns get it back on another turnover from Brooklyn. Jared Butler into the forecourt. Dribbling in between the circles. He gets a screen and drives into the lane. Feeds Fleming, cutting baseline. His reverse layup is too strong off the window. Rebounded by E.J. Liddell, who just checked in. Now Wilson driving, flips left corner to Whitehead for three. No good. Rebound to Wilson, and the Nets retool as Wolf has it at the top of the arc. Tells everybody, calm down and reset. Now he gives to a cutting Martin, takes it to the rim. The layup goes, and the foul, and a chance to tie it up for Tyrese Martin if he can hit the free throw after another tough finish in the lane.
And that's what happens with the three-point shot. Not only, do you get 3 points for the shot, but it creates that spacing. And you mentioned Martin making his last 2 threes, so you guard him a little bit tighter, a little bit further away from the basket. He makes a smart play by cutting back door.
So third-year pro out of UConn to the free throw line with a chance to tie this game up at 103, and he does. He hits the free throw. Tyrese Martin able to give the Nets an even playing field here now, as it's 103 apiece with 3:15 left, and it's Butler bringing it up the floor from right to left. Jared Butler on the dribble, 12 seconds on the shot clock, swings right side. Brea, three is short, knocked loose by Malawach, and a whistle and a foul going to go on Kaman Malawach as Musa Dagger blows the whistle, and Danny Wolf is going to get to the free throw line. That looked like just a clean tap back from Kaman.
Musa said he was grabbing his shirt.
So it's the second foul on Malawach. And here comes Danny Wolf, who is yet to shoot a free throw. He's got 5 points, 4 assists, though, as he's been handling point forward duties for the Nets here in the fourth quarter. 3:03 to go. First free throw good for Wolf, and the Nets retake a 1-point lead. Their biggest lead of the night has been 3. And again, now back on top, 104 to 103. We had a tight one Friday. Suns came from down 18 early and won by 5 in overtime. Now the Nets, who were down 15 early, have come back and taken a lead of their own. We still have 3 minutes and 3 seconds to play. Wolf's second free throw is in and out, no good. Rebound tapped by Liddell, but taken by Malawach. So the Suns have it. Again, Butler out there with Malawach, Fleming, Duke, and Brea. Jared Butler dribbling the double team. He finds Malawach all alone. He'll throw it down. A two-hand jam for Kaman Malawach, who swung on the rim for effect as the Suns retake a 1-point lead. 105-104, down to 2:40 left to play. 6 points for Malawach off the bench. Here's Wolf trying to turn, shoot over Kaman, who can't get it, as he had that shot altered by the big man, and Malawach comes down with another rebound, his second. Now here's a foul as Jared Butler throws up a shot after the whistle, which came against Tyrese Martin, and takes us to a timeout on the floor. 2:26 left to play in Macau, China. It's the Suns by a point, 105-104, and we're back after these messages.
Every day begins with the promise of something new, a new perspective, a fresh start. At Banner Health, right here, right now, we're pioneering new ways to treat cancer with our own immune systems. We're among the first to treat Parkinson's with the patient's own cells. And we're a world leader in artificial heart implantation. All while training over 1,300 doctors every year. Impressive, right? It's just another Banner day. Banner Health.
Yates Buick GMC is proud to introduce our 2026 starting lineup of vehicles built to perform. Leading off, the GMC Sierra 1500. Power, capability, and strength. Up next, the Buick Envision. Sleek, stylish, and designed for comfort. And holding it down, the GMC Yukon AT4 Ultimate. Bold, rugged, and ready for anything. Yates Buick GMC, serving the Valley for over 40 years with honest prices and world-class service. Visit us in person or online at yatesbuickgmc.com.
Dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience. That all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Phoenix Suns. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Sun stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Suns. See you courtside, Phoenix.
When the Suns turn up the heat on the court, you turn up the shine on the street. Cobblestone Auto Spa keeps your ride looking fresh off the fast break. With over 51 convenient Valley locations, full service and express washing options, unlimited wash memberships that pay for themselves in just 2 visits, car maintenance services, and detailing that goes all the way to the rim, we've got the game plan for a championship level clean. Cobblestone Auto Spa, proud partner of the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
2:26 left to play at Venetian Arena in Macau, China, and the Suns lead the Nets 105-104. And just peering down at the statistics, something that just went unnoticed. Ben Surratt for the Nets had 11 assists in this game. He has gone to the bench since doing that, but just noticed that number. Meanwhile, Suns being led by Devin Booker's 18, 12 each from Dylan Brooks and Oso Ighodaro. And Nick Richards had a solid 11 points and 5 rebounds off the bench. But right now they're going with the young folks. They got Butler, Malawach, Fleming, Duke, and Brea on the floor in purple. And it'll be Rasheer Fleming inbounding on the far sideline. He waits, then finally bounces to Duke. His pass back to Fleming is knocked away, but Rasheer regathers. Now Duke holds on the right side. 11 on the shot clock as he gives to Jared Butler between the circles. Butler puts it between his legs. Now starts to drive, steps back for a long 3 that's short. Rebound fought for. Duke had his hands on it. It's out of bounds to the Nets. 2:08 left to play. And a 1-point game. 105-104. Brooklyn's going to wait till the 17th to play the next game, whereas the Suns going to jump it up against the Lakers Tuesday night. That's the 14th. So quite a difference there on the scheduling preseason-wise. As here's Jalen Wilson driving, stopped at the right block by Butler. Gets it back out to Wolf with 4 to shoot. He spins on Malawach, backs it out for a 3 on the left wing. That's no good off the back rim from Whitehead, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Butler, so the Nets are going to get another opportunity with 14 on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's just one of those things where you go up with one hand, you can't control it, goes out of bounds. If you go after it with 2 hands, you have better chance of coming up with the ball.
So the Nets inbounding under the basket. Martin doing the honors. Swings right side, Whitehead. He dribbles against Fleming. He finds Wolf for 3. They banked it in straight away. Danny Wolf gets the 3 to go off glass. And he's now got 9 off the bench. That gives the Nets a 2-point lead with 90 seconds to go. 107-105. David Duke Jr. into the forecourt. Penetrates to the left, finds Kobe Brea, right wing. He hesitated instead of shooting, lobs to Malawach. He went up with it, blocked away by Wolf. And here comes Whitehead quickly ahead. Liddell into the lane. He puts it off the window and in. E.J. Liddell gives the Nets a 4-point lead with 1:15 to go. 109-105. That's his first bucket of the game for Liddell. And here comes Butler crossing over at the top of the arc. Lob to Malawach. He missed the dunk, but a foul is called as Kaman hit the deck. And he'll get to the free throw line with 1:05 to go. Big opportunity here for the big man.
Yeah, sure is. And we've noticed this. The numbers also notice that he's pretty darn good free throw shooter as well.
You like how they're looking to him, running the rim running right now?
He sure is.
We know he's got the length. This is not just built with the height of 7 foot plus, as listed at 7'1" on the latest roster. But his wingspan, I mean, it's darn near close to 8 feet. And now he's at the line, trying to get the Suns within 2. He misses the first off the back iron. Malawach 6 from the floor. 0 for 1, tried a 3, and now he's 0 for 1 from the free throw line. He's got a couple of rebounds to go with his 6 points and a steal. And now ready for his second free throw to try to make it a 3-point game, and he does. 109-106. Nets lead the Suns as we hit the 1-minute mark, coming down the stretch here in China. The NBA China Games 2025. Great entertaining experience for the fans in Macau. And they're getting another close game here as now Danny Wolf loses it. Jared Butler the steal. He'll bring it into the forecourt, find Brea open for three on the right side. He steps to his left and misses off the rim. Rebound taken by Wolf.
Come on, coach.
The National Weather Service in Phoenix has issued a flash flood warning for Maricopa County in south-central Arizona, Pinal County in southeastern Arizona, until 9:15 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. At 6:16 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Doppler radar and automated rain gauges indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 0.5 and 1.5 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts up to 1 inch are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard, life-threatening flash flooding. Thunderstorms producing flash flooding. Source, radar and automated gauges. Impact, life-threatening flash flooding of creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Estrella, Freeman, Sonoran National Monument, Mobile, and Action Village. This includes the following highways: Arizona Interstate 8 between mile markers 141 and 150. Arizona Route 238 between mile markers 11 and 20. Arizona Route 347 between mile markers 161 and 165. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be aware of your surroundings and do not drive on flooded roads. Please report observed flooding to local emergency services or law enforcement and request they pass this information to the National Weather Service when you can do so safely. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 9:15 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for the following counties in Arizona: Maricopa and Pinal.
Jalen Wilson's going to lob it in from under the basket. Rasheer Fleming's playing defense. We have 19.6 remaining in the game, and the Suns trail by 3. Wilson looks, gets it to Wolf.
You can't do that. Thank you.
He caught and shot, and you can't.
Yeah, and the officials waved it off right away, which is good officiating there.
If he just batted the ball, it would have been fine.
Exactly.
But that would have been very difficult.
Yeah.
We've only seen it happen a couple times where guys have made shots like that. Suns have the ball now, and they're going to take a timeout to discuss it. 19.5 remaining. It should be 19.4, and I think they'll eventually get there. Not that we're going to count that specifically to the 10th of a second.
Okay, John, let me see your basketball acumen here.
Oh, boy. It's early.
What
or
are the
late, depending on how you want to look at it.
Yeah, what do the Brooklyn Nets do?
They play basketball.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying they're
I thought I got that right, Walt.
Up 3. up 3 with the team needing a 3 to tie. What do you do?
What should they do?
Yeah.
Foul.
Thank you very
you're
much,
welcome.
John.
Now, do you wait a given time, or do you, because 19 is a long time left, right?
You just have to, yes, you wait until they come over half court, or the Suns are going to advance the ball. So
yes,
I don't even give him the opportunity to run unless his back is turned.
So do I get extra credit for the first answer?
Yes,
okay, thank you.
They
I
do
just
play
wanted to
basketball.
Make sure that was correct. And now, right now, they're huddling and talking is what the answer would be now.
And this is more for later in the season about the Phoenix Suns.
Correct.
I would like to see what Jordan Ott's philosophy is about that.
We don't know yet.
Because there are still some must be bad coaches if they're not coaching like
maybe
Tim
they're
Kempton.
getting different numbers than we are, and they're reading different analytics. It's all boiled in the algorithms.
Yeah.
And so then they come out with these, new fandangled numbers and decide it's not okay to foul.
I'm fouling.
Every time.
I'm not, because
every time.
If you can't get a 3-point shot, you can't score a 3-point shot.
Don't let them get one. It's like you can't win if you don't play.
This is
that
true.
whole phrase. Here's David Duke inbounding from the near side. Looking for somebody, still looking, might get another 5-second call. Suns already got one, and instead it's a timeout. So David Duke Jr. avoids the turnover and calls the timeout. And the Suns, again, showing their age here. Because remember, you've got 3 rookies on the floor who have not played NBA basketball before, and that's Kaman Malawach, Rasheer Fleming, and Kobe Brea, who's actually seeing his first action period since Summer League. And then you've got David Duke Jr. and Jared Butler. Those are the 5 that Jordan Knott's going with here. With the Suns down 3, 109-106, and they take a timeout. So still 19.4 seconds on the clock. And right now, if you are Jordi Fernandez, you're telling your team what Tim just focused on, which is, hey, don't let the Suns hit a 3. Foul them before they shoot one. And if you're Jordan Ott, what do you like right here?
Yeah, you want to execute. You want to get someone free, because even with 19.4, you want as many opportunities as possible if you miss the first one. So execute, set good screens, have someone coming to the ball, you know, so you can catch and get in a good shooting position. You don't want to be running, you know, to the back court. So it's all about the execution of setting good screens and using them.
By the way, just looking on at the Suns, you see Jalen Green and Mark Williams both not playing again. Jalen is a guy who would like to rock the fashion T-shirt. Mark Williams wearing the Suns warm-up. So those are 2 different choices you would have, whether you'd rather have your own gear or your team gear. And I guess they get their own choice, which is kind of nice. Guys can do what they want. Now David Duke Jr. ready to inbound again, near side at the hash as he gets it from Musa Dagger. 19.4 seconds remaining. Lobs cross court. Butler's open for 3, and he drills it. Jared Butler from downtown as the cross court pass set it up to perfection to avoid a possible foul. And we're tied at 109 with 17 seconds left. Now Danny Wolf into the forecourt. Nets with plenty of time here to try to get a game winner. 9 seconds left. Handoff goes to Martin on the logo center court. He goes to his left. He pulls the trigger for 3. Can't get it, but a whistle and a foul. And David Duke grabbing his head, puts his head in his hands, disappointed in himself for the closeout. As now a chance at winning the game for the Brooklyn Nets. Tyrese Martin's going to go to the free throw line for 3 shots.
Not only a foul, but a foul on a shot, a 3-point shot.
2.5 seconds left, so it's not necessarily a game winner. The Suns can have an opportunity here still. But Tyrese Martin, so far, 1 for 1 from the line. He's got 9 points. He has yet to miss a shot. 3 for 3 from the floor. Made both his threes. And his second free throw of the game is good. I was hoping maybe the broadcaster curse could make its way all the way from Phoenix to Macau, China. But we just didn't have enough time. Maybe for the second one, because I missed on the first. Maybe free throw number 2. Now it's 110-109 after Martin makes the first. He's got 10 points to lead the bench crew that's out there right now. Second one, yeah, no good. There's the
way to go, John.
There's the hex. It was the time that it took to make its way all the way over to China. That should tell you all you need to know about how far away this game's being played. 2.5 seconds left.
John Bloom in preseason form working on his broadcaster's jinx.
You know, it comes in handy sometimes. This is a preseason game, so I don't necessarily know that you want to use one of the bullets in the chamber there. 110-109. Martin's third free throw on the way. He got that one. 111-109. 2-point lead. 2.5 seconds. David Duke Jr. lobs a full court pass. It's deflected out of bounds. Brea's going to save it before it goes out of bounds, and that'll do it. The Nets win it. 111-109, the final score in Macau, China, from Venetian Arena, as the first game needed an extra 5 minutes to decide. This one ends in regulation with the Nets making a comeback. They trailed by as many as 15 early. They win it by 2 in the end. 111-109, our final from Macau, China. We'll come back and talk about it next on the Suns Report.
The wait is over. The 2025-2026 NBA season is here, and Suns basketball is back. Join us for the Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores tip-off on Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. against the Sacramento Kings. Every fan in attendance will receive a free T-shirt courtesy of Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores. Secure your seats today at Suns.com.
At Bell Bank, the Valley is our home, and we're committed to investing in our community. With 4 locations across the Phoenix Metro, you'll find all the financial tools you need to reach your goals. Whether you're saving for the future, starting a business, or buying your first home, we have the experience and expertise you can count on. And we're proud to be the official bank of the Phoenix Suns. Visit Bell.Bank to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Every day, community, supporting, giving. Every day at APS, we support Arizona community organizations and our customers, giving back to help Arizona teachers, nonprofits, and families, volunteering to support and strengthen neighborhoods, working with local partners to provide customers with crisis assistance and other services when they need it most. To help your community or find assistance for yourself or someone you know, visit aps.com/brighter. This ad is funded by Pinnacle West shareholders.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader. Mornings, it's Bickley and Murata, 6 to 10 a.m. Bickley and Murata, 6 to 10 a.m.
I like Vinny a lot. I like you too, Bick.
Middays, it's Wolf and Luke, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wolf and Luke, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. What is up? What's going on, Luke? Afternoons, it's Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m. Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m.
Bertie, what's going on?
Arizona's biggest sports personalities are on the local sports leader. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
The NBA season is officially here, and we're going hard from start to finish. Every player is showing out. All 30 teams are locking in. To win it all in this league, fans and players need to give everything. All season long. The American Express NBA tip-off begins October 21st on ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
Every day begins with the promise of something new, a new perspective, a fresh start. At Banner Health, right here, right now, we're pioneering new ways to treat cancer with our own immune systems. We're among the first to treat Parkinson's with a patient's own cells. And we're a world leader in artificial heart implantation, all while training over 1,300 doctors every year. Impressive, right? It's just another Banner day. Banner Health.
You've been listening to the Phoenix Suns and exciting NBA action. The Suns are brought to you in part by Gila River Resorts and Casinos, Banner Health, official healthcare partner of the Phoenix Suns, Mountain America Credit Union, the exclusive home of the Suns card, and FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Make every moment more. This is the Phoenix Suns Basketball Network. Here comes complete post-game coverage. It's time for the wrap-up of the game on Suns Report, driven by CarMax. Buy with confidence from CarMax.
Welcome back to the Suns Report. Suns fall to the Nets, 111-109, the final score from Macau, China. And John Bloom, Tim Kempton, Walt Ellis back with you from Mortgage Matchup Center in Phoenix. Ali Marini producing inside the studio. Thanks so much for spending part of your Sunday morning with us. TK, before we send you back to nap time,
yes.
This was a different game than Friday's game. I think the one thing we can agree on is the fans in attendance got their money's worth in Macau, China these last couple of
they sure did.
Games.
Brooklyn played well. The Suns played well. They were two competitive games. A lot of fun to watch. A lot of fun to be a part of.
Suns ended up getting up early in this one as opposed to Friday when they got down by 18. They led by as many as 15. They were moving the ball well, and the defensive intensity was definitely palpable again here today.
Yeah, without a doubt. Jordan Ott is creating a new culture in the Phoenix Suns. Not only are they going to be good on the offensive end, but they're going to be much better on the defensive end. You know, it starts with the pressure out front. Dylan Brooks, his identity of being a known defender, and the other guys jumping on the bandwagon. You got a bunch of bigs back behind him that Nick Richards, I think, has really done a nice job so far in the preseason, showing what he can do to change shots and block shots. But Oso and Malawach, Really like what the Suns are doing in the preseason.
Yeah, I do as well, even though they pick up their first loss. So now we get to see Jordan Knott face a loss for the first time.
Face adversity.
You see how he responds, okay? And we'll get a chance Tuesday night when the Lakers come to town for the preseason finale. We look forward to seeing many of you here at Mortgage Matchup Center for that one at 7 o'clock start. We'll get a break in, come back and look at some of the individual numbers next.
Give up bread to reach your health goals? We would never. Hero Bread makes soft, fluffy, and delicious bread, buns, tortillas, and more, all with ultra-low net carbs, 0-gram sugar, and high fiber. Each serving boasts more protein than conventional grocery store options, so you can crush your macros. Hero also drops other limited edition, ultra-low net carb baked goods like rich, flaky croissants and more. Find Hero Bread at your local Sprouts or Whole Foods Market or online at hero.co. That's HERO.co.
Suns fans, the game moves fast, and the ones who lead, they never slow down. And like your Suns, Ford is designed for the fast break. Quick off the line, strong in the paint, and always driving forward. With the unstoppable F-150 and Super Duty or the dynamic Maverick, Ford trucks are made to handle the pressure when it counts. So take the lead in a Ford, the #1 selling truck brand in Arizona, only at your Desert Ford dealers, proud partners of the Phoenix Suns. Based on S&P Global Mobility Retail U.S. new vehicle registrations for the truck vehicle type CYTD October 2024.
Oh, you didn't know? Gila River Resorts and Casinos is Arizona's #1 casino, and no one does it better. So, play hard, relax like a movie star, party like a rock star, and dine like a king or a queen. However you do you, no one lets you take it to legendary status like we do. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You do you. Visit one of our 4 locations, Wild Horse Pass, Lone Butte, Vicuiva, or Santan Mountain, or visit GilaCasinos.com to learn more.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
Come join us at Mortgage Matchup Center for the start of the regular season. It's the Coca-Cola and Fries Food Stores tip-off Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 o'clock. Suns hosting the Sacramento Kings, and all fans will get a free T-shirt courtesy of Coca-Cola and Fries Food Stores. You can secure your seats now at suns.com/ticks. The Suns fall to the Nets at Venetian Arena in Macau, China, 111-109. The final. We'll take a look at some of the individual numbers here, Tim. Devin Booker led the Suns with 18 points. He was 4 of 12 shooting, 3 of 5 from deep, made his first 3, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. He also led him with 5 assists and had 5 rebounds to tie the team lead with Nick Richards, along with Oso Ighodaro and Ryan Dunn. All those guys collecting 5 boards. 12 points each for Dylan Brooks and Oso Ighodaro. How'd you feel about his performance out there?
Yeah, I like the way that they're using Oso, using his versatility. Make the other team have to decide how we're going to play it. And with Oso handling the ball as much as he had, it keeps Devin Booker off the ball. So when he does get it, he's in a more explosive, position to just score against one player instead of getting double teamed so much, where he's out in the middle, using that high pick and roll, and you bring another defender to him on the pick anyway.
And he ends up with 3 of the Suns' 28 assists, another good number there. They also got 3 block shots, sneaky 3 blocks from Grayson Allen on the game. 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and those 3 blocks for Grayson. Suns get 11 off the bench from Nick Richards and 7 each from Butler, Malawach, and Goodwin, who was the big scorer in the first game in China with 19, including that 3 to put him away in overtime. All right, speaking of over, this one is almost over. One last break. We'll come back and talk about what's next for the Suns to wrap up preseason here at home.
Playboy Cardi, World Tour 2025. Live in Phoenix. Mortgage Matchup Center. Friday, October 17th. Playboy Cardi. With special guests, Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, Homicide Gang, and Apollo Red. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
The Phoenix Suns have a new coach, a new GM, and some new young and talented players, but some things remain the same, like D. Book and D. Schwartz. That's Dr. Schwartz for those asking. Yes, the team eye doctor of your Suns is back for his 26th season. While he may not be able to dribble behind his back, he is the most advanced LASIK surgeon in the Valley. So for those of you interested in LASIK surgery, the Schwartz Laser Eye Center is offering free consults in Scottsdale, Glendale, and Mesa. Call 480-483-EYES or go online at teamidoc.com.
The wait is over. The 2025-2026 NBA season is here, and Suns basketball is back. Join us for the Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores tip-off on Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. against the Sacramento Kings. Every fan in attendance will receive a free t-shirt courtesy of Coca-Cola and Fry's Food Stores. Secure your seats today at Suns.com.
Phoenix Suns basketball on ESPN 620 AM.
Down the stretch we come here on the Suns Report post-game style after a 111-109 loss to the Nets in Macau. The Suns will get everything packed up out there and head back here to the Valley with not much time to get ready for the preseason finale, Tim. Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, the Lakers come to town. We've already seen them once. That was in Palm Desert last Friday. Suns got a big win over them, 103-81 in the first matchup. I guess my question to you is, we know that the likelihood of seeing Devin Booker and some of the other starters is not very high based on the whole timing of this and how the Suns are forced to play so quickly after this long flight. So in your eyes and what you think from Jordan Ott and the staff, what do you think they really want to accomplish Tuesday night against the Lakers?
Yeah, they want to see guys at the end of the bench. You know, who can I trust? Who's going to make this 15-man roster? You know, what can we do with this group? You know, in game situations, because there's going to come a time during the season where you need to go deep in your bench, whether it's because of injuries, whether it's because of foul problems. Maybe it's just a matter of management of the roster. So opportunities for young guys that want to be on this team, make the most of the opportunity on Tuesday.
All right, speaking of opportunities, I want to give this to our listening audience. If there's anyone out there listening and you were up and you listened to the broadcast at this ungodly hour, come say hi to us on Tuesday night if you're coming to the game. And if you've got a question, we will discuss your question on the air during our broadcast Tuesday night. Give you a shout out like we do occasionally for some of our listeners. We want to do that for you. So if you've been up with us on this Sunday morning, come say hi to us at Mortgage Matchup Center Tuesday. We'll get your question on the air during our
get
broadcast.
There early. John and I are there plenty early.
We are.
Most of you guys know we're up on the top of section 102.
102. So, and if the two of us are missing, it's a fine-looking gentleman that is named Walt Ellis, who handles all of our engineering, and he holds it down, and he's usually up there if we're not. So you could always give Walt your question for us, and we will absolutely give you that shout-out. We look forward to hopefully meeting several of you on Tuesday night. Again, top of section 102. If you're at the Mortgage Matchup Center, thanks again for tuning in. We appreciate it. The final score from Macau, China, the Nets beat the Suns 111-109. The final preseason game comes your way Tuesday night with the Suns Report starting at 6:30, tip-off at 7 o'clock. Thanks to our engineer, Walt Ellis. Thanks to our producer, Ali Narini. And again, thanks to all of you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. For Tim Kempton, I'm John Bloom. Goodbye, everybody.
You've been listening to the Suns Report, brought to you by CarMax. With upfront prices and CarMax certified quality, that's the way car buying should be. Learn more at CarMax.com. This is the Phoenix Suns Basketball Network.
The worldwide leader in sports brings you unsportsmanlike weekday mornings, followed by Clinton and Friends and Rich Eisen. Arizona's home for the worldwide leader in sports, ESPN 6.
At the University of Arizona Online, we bring a top-ranked education to you. We offer 150-plus programs, 100% online. Expand your career opportunities by earning a degree that meets you right where you are. Learn from the same faculty and earn the same degree as on-campus students. Build your future with Arizona Online. Classes start every 7.5 weeks. Apply today and make your tomorrow amazing.
Every now and
Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
You know what's the scariest part of October? Being vulnerable to cyber criminals. That's why this Cyber Scaries month, you need Webroot Total Protection. With all-in-one protection for your devices, privacy, and identity, Webroot Total Protection helps defend every part of your digital life. Change your October from cyber scary to cyber secure with 60% off Webroot Total Protection at www.webroot.com/audio. That's 60% off for a limited time, but only when you go to www.webroot.com/audio.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times, or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months, or the Rogue heat baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
I'm here on the job site with Dale, who's a framing contractor.
Hey, good morning.
Dale traded up to Geico Commercial Auto Insurance for all his business vehicles. We're here where he needs us most.
Yep, they sure are.
We make it easy for him to save on all his insurance needs, all in one place, with coverage that fits his business and bottom line. Oh, I shouldn't have looked down.
It's all right.
We're so far up here.
Look at me. Take a deep breath.
Oh, I'm good. So good.
Get a commercial auto insurance quote today at geico.com and see how much you could save. Get more with Geico.
You're on the list for Macy's Fall VIP Sale. That means you're invited to save big on this season's top designer looks at prices you'll love. Like an extra 30% off Calvin Klein, Steve Madden, Hugo Boss, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty and fragrance from Estee Lauder, Lancome, and so many others. This only happens a few times a year. Don't miss the Fall VIP Sale. Today, only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Grand Canyon University, an affordable private Christian university, is one of the largest universities in the country, offering more than 285 programs online. In addition to federal grants and aid, GCU's online students received nearly $161 million in institutional scholarships in 2024. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you may qualify for.
Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Rosie on the house.
Every Arizona homeowner's best friend for over 30 years. Saturday mornings 8 till 11 on KTAR News 92.3 FM and the KTAR News app.
Bunch of Jordan Hudson like taking the camera and focusing it on herself. But
we're not talking about that. We're on to next week. All right, we're on to the best week ever.
Who had the best week ever?
2 weeks in a row, I'm putting UCLA football front and center of best week ever. The aggressiveness that they showed on the road at Michigan State. Their interim head coach, Tim Skipper, at a meeting said, do not be a one-hit wonder. He played all of these songs from one-hit wonder bands. I don't know, do we consider this song a one-hit wonder?
Simply the
Did
Best?
they have more than this?
I don't know. But
maybe this was in the mix, maybe it wasn't, but UCLA was not a one-hit wonder. They were aggressive on offense. I loved it. Good for them.
Dan Mullen, undefeated over at UNLV, loving his life right now. Dan Mullen to Penn State, make it happen. I think that'd be a no-brainer.
Tina Turner's a one-hit wonder?
I did not say that. It was.
I questioned it. I was wondering, and I honestly now I feel like an idiot realizing that this is Tina Turner and not who I thought it was.
Well, that's all right. I blame Peter.
It's a you issue. It's not a me issue.
Lock of the
week, Courtney Cronin. Give some credit to Arch Manning, who backed it up. Excited for that. Look credit to, hey, my favorite football team. HOOISER Hoosiers, the greatest team in college football history. The Fighting Courtney Cronins. Signetti, you're a boss. You're a beast.
What a win that was for Indiana.
Program-defining win, biggest win in program history. Only can go up from here.
I'm
CFP,
Peter Burns.
Here we come.
She's Courtney Cronin, and she hates Tina Turner.
Coming up on the Monday edition of Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cole, Michelle Smallman, and me, Chris Canty. From NFL to college football and, of course, Major League Baseball postseason. I'll recap it all in my upon further review at 7 a.m. Eastern. It's Unsportsmanlike weekday mornings at 6, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Defense. The ref totally blew that call.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make the right call next time.
It's too late. It cost us the game.
Well, it's just one game.
That loss eliminated us from the playoffs.
Oh, the playoffs are on so late. Now you'll be well rested.
Okay, I need you to stop talking now.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour apple 5-hour energy shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With zero sugar and as much caffeine as your favorite 12-ounce coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keep your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at sour apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
If you're a first-round pick, teams are going to give you years. When you're a mid-round pick, you got games. And that's what puts a lot of pressure on Dillon Gabriel. It's a very different thing when you have Joe Flacco knowing that he has no chance to be a part of the organization's long-term future versus having Shedeur Sanders as the number 2 quarterback.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday morning starting at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2. Football Sunday on ESPN Radio.
Fires a pass complete. Nacua at the 20. Beats the defender at the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown.
Matthew Stafford leads the Los Angeles Rams into Baltimore to face a Ravens team desperate for a win.
They're the 31st ranked defense. People don't want to believe that, but when you watch them play, you go, wow, what happened?
Complete disappointment, and we're going to have to find a way to turn it around, figure out who we are this next week.
Coverage begins today at noon Eastern with kickoff at 1 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
Hockey is here. The breakaways, here. The beards, here. The deets, the backhands, the Ovi goals, all here. Comebacks are here. Blue Cheese is here. Barn burners, thousands of them. Trade alerting, here. The fans, here. The Stanley Cup, yeah, you guessed it. It's here on ESPN.
Watch all season long on ESPN and the ESPN app. Amber and Ian.
Tom is calling us from Pennsylvania.
Hey, how are you? Is my radio on?
You're on the radio, so I hope your radio's not on.
Okay.
Tom, you asked us if your radio is on. How am I supposed to know?
Well, I know people get feedback all the time. It's like, turn your radio off. Just want to say I'm a Dolphins fan, and I'm missing the beat down right now, so I got to get home.
Amber and Ian. Weeknights at 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on Sirius XM Channel 80.
The National Weather Service in Phoenix has issued a flash flood warning for Maricopa County in south central Arizona until 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. At 6:55 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 0.5 and 1 inch of rain has fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 0.5 to 1 inch are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard, life-threatening flash flooding. Thunderstorms producing flash flooding. Source, radar. Impact, life-threatening flash flooding of creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Gila Bend, Bosque, and Gila Bend Auxiliary Field. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be aware of your surroundings and do not drive on flooded roads. Please report observed flooding to local emergency services or law enforcement and request they pass this information to the National Weather Service when you can do so safely. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for the following county: Maricopa, Arizona.
Week 6 in the NFL, and look ahead to a huge Monday Night Football doubleheader. It's on Sportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Is Matt and Myron on ESPN Radio.
And at guard 6'4" from Kentucky,
Matt Jones.
How great was that pitching performance by the guy for the Yankees? I think Schlittler, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Cam Schlittler.
Yeah, I may have said that incorrectly. Let's not focus on how I said it, and let's look at how good a pitcher he was.
Said it twice.
Myron Metcalf.
I feel like, though, Mike McDaniel's the kind of dork who did break.
He probably did. Yeah, there's probably a video somewhere of him.
I feel like he went to a school.
He did.
And he was like trying to fit in, and he was like,
jumping into a breakdance battle after school. The kid's like, hey, the new kid wants to get in.
Here we go.
Everybody move out of the way. Let's see what you got, kid.
Matt and Myron on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
That's official breakdancing music right there. It's Matt Myron on ESPN Radio, presented by Progressive Insurance. Ready to rock on an NFL Sunday morning, but he's Myron Metcalf. Let's give him some credit. He's a Milwaukee Brewers fan, and they are headed to the National League Championship Series. Are you excited about that, Myron?
Yeah, you sound surprised. I mean, you didn't believe? I don't think anybody really believed.
My general feeling about the Milwaukee Brewers is, whatever. I mean, so like I didn't believe or not believe. I just was like, well, that's nice. I mean, you don't think you're going to beat the Dodgers, right?
Oh, I know they're going to beat the Dodgers. I guarantee it.
So.
Yeah, man. Sometimes sports, you got to get away from the X's and O's and personnel. Sometimes there's just destiny, you know.
The Brewers are destined.
I think they're a team of destiny.
Why?
Yeah.
What makes them a team of destiny?
Because it's just our time, you know, as a city, as a franchise.
This is
the
as
big
a city.
bad. I mean, you're going up against Goliath. You're going up against the man. That's what the Dodgers represent.
But I mean, you could argue that the Reds were going up against the man. The Phillies were going up against the man. They all lost. Why would the Brewers be different?
Because they're better. You know, I think that's the reality. I think they're better than those teams that you just mentioned. And I just don't, I think you can't be a real sports fan and root for the Dodgers in this series. Unless you're like a Dodgers fan out in L.A., you can't root for the
Can I give you the one reason you might root for the Dodgers? And we're going to have Eduardo Perez on here in a little while, and I'm going to mention this to him. If you think baseball's overall financial system needs to be changed, a Dodgers win is probably more likely to have that happen. Whereas if the Brewers, the team with the 21st highest payroll, wins, then people would argue, well, maybe baseball's fine. You don't need to change the pay system, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, the pay system is complicated. Teams like the Brewers benefit a lot, too, because of revenue share. So I don't know if baseball will ever change kind of the haves and the have-nots, but it'd be good for the sport, I think, if the Brewers won.
Yeah, well, but maybe. But also watching Shohei's fun. You can be a part of Matt and Myron Nation on the Dr. Pepper calling line, 888-SAY-ESPN. That's 888-729-3776. ESPN Nation is presented by Dr. Pepper. It's not college football season without the delicious taste of an ice cold Dr. Pepper college football. It is a pepper thing.
What are we thinking about?
I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.
Time to find out. This is Off the Top.
Flash off the top
with Matt and Myron.
All right, so in addition to the championship series now being set, and by the way, How great. Did you stay up and watch the game Friday night between
15
Seattle
innings.
and Detroit? I watched from the sixth inning on every pitch, and I loved it. And I don't care about either of those teams.
Yeah. I think Major League Baseball's postseason is the best overall postseason in sports, honestly.
Yeah, hockey's good too, but you're right.
Hockey's good.
In terms of, I mean, this one's been awesome. I mean, they've got some big closing games, and then that 15-inning game. You know, incredible. I love the last 2 innings when the Mariners bring out Castillo. I think they call him El Padilla or whatever. He played for the Reds. I think he's the coolest dude on earth. And then Jack Flaherty was like having conversations in his head with himself, like arguing. I thought that man's insane. I just it was very, very exciting.
Yeah, I love the characters. I mean, that's what I love about the postseason in baseball.
Yeah. By the way, they're playing in London right now. Denver Broncos, New York Jets. Broncos lead 10-6. Bo Nix just threw a touchdown pass to Atkins, and at the end of the first quarter, it's 10-6. Let's talk a little bit about college football last night. I think probably the biggest stories where, well, of course, they're going to be in the Big Ten and the SEC. Let's start with the Big Ten. Indiana goes on the road and beats Oregon. Indiana now is going to be probably third in the country. This is a program that for 50-plus years mattered not at all. Last year, they go to the playoff. This year, they're not only top 5, they're now a national championship contender, and they beat Oregon on the road, which is something that just doesn't happen. How shocked are you by what Curt Cignetti's done there?
I mean, not shocked overall because he's put his team in a position to win games like that, but that was obviously an historic moment. I just love college football.
They controlled that game. They didn't just win it; they controlled it.
They were the better team, tougher team, everything you want. But I think we saw this coming in some ways because Indiana was continuing to elevate. I love college football and what is happening in the NIL rev share era. I don't know that Indiana could do this under the old rules. And I think when people say, oh, NIL's changed everything, what they're really saying is Oregon may not be as good as Indiana in this new climate. And I think that's incredible for the game. Curt Cignetti obviously has been an incredible coach, making a ton of money, so it's not like this is a guy who's some underdog. They love that dude, and I think it's easy to understand why.
I will say this. I saw someone mention this online, and I think it's a really good point. We are in this era right now in college football where the structure is changing right before our eyes, right? Mm-hmm. From so it was 5 years ago, you can't pay anybody or you're cheating, to 3 or 4 years of NIL Wild West, to now this rev share. We're trying to make rules. We'll see if it works. We don't know. And in these major culture paradigm shifts, it leaves openings for people. Like whoever can exploit it first can all of a sudden maybe reach a level they didn't before. And then at some point, Myron, people will lock in how this is done, and you might entrench a set of powers. But a team like Indiana might be able to get in those set of powers by figuring this era out first. And I think that's what you're seeing some of these programs do, is that in this time where it's like we're not exactly sure how this is going to work, they have seen an opening, and you have to give the Hoosiers a lot of credit.
No, I think you said that well. I think the other thing is we're seeing the teams 5 years ago who said, I want no part of NIL. Clemson, I'm not going to adapt to these new rules. They're all getting destroyed. Whereas you have an Indiana team that said, okay, these are the new rules. We got a bunch of rich boosters. Let's figure it out. I think the other part about this, Matt, is I don't think the young athlete who's 17, 18, 19 years old, I don't think they care that that's Indiana. They want to win. They want to get paid. So these legacy brands don't have the same power anymore.
Totally
and I think
agree.
that's what's changing as well.
I heard Kentucky basketball coach Mark Pope say, I asked him about coaching in the NIL era, and he said, I think this is the most exciting time to coach because now you have to be smart to make this work, right? You have to be smart. And he said, I think that's a challenge. There are coaches who have looked at this and gone, this is not how it should be. Me. And those people have either retired or gotten worse. And it's the ones like Cignetti and Pope who've embraced, this is a challenge. Let's meet it. That's who's succeeding.
Well, and let's be honest.
And that was a good impersonation of those coaches.
That was I don't know which coach that was.
Come on,
I'll take your word for it.
How this works.
What kind of
NIL is name, image, likeness of the Lord. That's how some people say.
Like a Bear Bryant assistant or something. I think so. What I think is interesting too is those teams that said they don't want any part of this shift. What you've also noticed, Matt, they were a bunch of arrogant teams. Like, there was so much arrogance from those teams that said, oh, we're not going to play by these new rules. We're not going to get involved. We're not going to get the dirt on our program. And now they're struggling as a result.
We're Clemson. We don't have to do this in South Carolina.
Okay. Well, are you doing a monologue? Like, did you write a script? And are you trying out lines on the show from a play you wrote?
How do you explain your guy, your friend, James Franklin, and what happened against Northwestern yesterday?
Everything that you just talked about. A guy who, for many years, thought, I'm at Penn State. There's a legacy, although that legacy was from 30 years ago. And at Penn State, we're on the same level as the top dogs in the sport, and they weren't. But if you're going to talk like you're Ohio State and you're Michigan and these teams, we're going to judge you accordingly. I don't think this is new. James Franklin was always an underachiever in the biggest games. Why are we surprised? What you're seeing now, though, is that team is going to quit on him. And here's what you know, Matt. In this new era, how many of those Penn State players are getting text messages from other staff saying, hey, well, you happy there? What do you think about next season? There's so much happening, I bet, in that locker room that's just making it a situation where I don't know how you move forward with James Franklin.
Curt Cignetti in 1 month has won more top 10 games than James Franklin has in 13 years.
That's incredible.
That's pretty amazing, right? That's a pretty amazing stat. And it's not like he lost 2 straight to good teams. He's lost to UCLA and Northwestern, arguably the 2 worst teams in the entire Big Ten, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he lost to UCLA after they fired everybody. Yeah. And someone was flying a banner over the stadium saying, fire
they promoted Dennis the Menace as offensive coordinator and then beat him.
Yeah,
I do have one more thing before we get out of here on this. Kirby Smart. Yeah. Is he the lyingest liar that ever lied? He gets out there, tries to call timeout, gets his timeout, and then without even changing his facial expression, go, no, I was just clapping. That wasn't a timeout. I was just clapping. Stop.
Matt, have you ever seen anything like that? An official?
He should be fined. I'm serious.
Yes, I agree.
He should be fined. That is one of the worst. These coaches that get up, this drives me crazy. You give me 10 seconds to rant.
Okay.
These coaches that get up in press conferences and talk all the time about how God is on their side and they're praying and all this, and then they get out there on camera and just lie, just completely lie, which is one of the commandments. I've read them, at least 7 of them, and that is one of them. And the fact that they do that with a straight face drives me absolutely insane.
Well, and when you see it on live TV, I tell you what, I got to go beyond the fine. That SEC crew shouldn't be allowed to work next week. Like, at some point, we got to reprimand officiating crews when things like that happen as well, because that was ridiculous.
Now, I mean, Hugh Freeze is not exactly a symbol of virtue there on the other sideline.
I don't know. It was the.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's
no medals in the Integrity Olympics in that game.
Yeah, I mean, but he gets out there and he's like, "No, man, I was just clapping. I got integrity here."
Who's ever done that?
You see this haircut? It's the same haircut the frat boys have on the sideline. I should not be punished.
No, they got to do something, man. That was
lyingest liar that ever lied. I used to say that about one coach. But Kirby Smart, I've never seen a coach be that blatant, ever.
Now, well, the fact that they believed him was the issue for me. Like, that they let him mid-game say that wasn't what happened. That was ridiculous.
We will keep you updated on the Broncos and Jets, 10-6 right now. Plus, there's some teams that have underachieved here in the NFL. That's just a fact. But who's most likely to turn it back around? Myron Metcalf's going to tell you, and I might do some more Clemson impersonations. That's next here on Matt and Myron.
The American League Championship Series. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Seattle Mariners. This is October.
And it is out of here. Vlad Guerrero does it again.
Coverage of Game 1 begins today at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlog projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Your fantasy roster is set. The smack talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app and link your ESPN Bet and ESPN accounts to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports. Burns and Gambo talk Diamondbacks baseball with D-backs manager Torey Lovello. Brought to you by Estrella Jalisco. Don't miss Burns and Gambo with the skipper. 2:30 Friday afternoon. Listen on the Arizona Sports app and 98.7.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppable, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
People talk about trailblazing, but how do you really blaze a trail? With all-terrain tires, tubular roof rack, a lifted suspension, and a rugged build that craves adventure, this is the off-road unlocked. From our U.S. factories to your driveway, find your path with the Nissan Pathfinder, now with a lower price. Available feature. Intelligent four-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
The worldwide leader in sports brings you unsportsmanlike weekday mornings, followed by Clinton and Friends and Rich Eisen. Arizona's home for the worldwide leader in sports, ESPN 620.
It is Matt Myron here on ESPN Radio. Is this music supposed to be me or Myron? Because it's really
neither one of us. This is James. I think this ain't us.
James. What is this singing?
This sounds like that music where they fight, where they get in a circle and they fight.
Yeah,
like when y'all go to those concerts and they make a circle.
It's called mosh.
Yeah, and you all just fight.
I don't think there are many mosh pits at Red Hot Chili Pepper concerts.
Yeah, no, you're thinking of like what they do at like Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
But this is it.
Yeah, when they
I went and saw Red Hot Chili Peppers a couple years ago. It's now like people in their 50s. Like there's a lot of gray hair. Like it's interesting to see those bands that we think of as being rebellious, and now they have people who have hip replacements. Like that's a different kind of thing.
I love those bands. I mean, I love Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love Rage Against the Machine. I mean, those people are
old.
90s era.
Those people are old now.
Still performing though.
Like I like Rage Against the Machine when I was younger. Have you seen what those guys look like now?
They're older now. No,
well, I mean, they're like in their 50s, you know.
But I mean, that's like what happens though, right? You get older.
You can only rage for so long, and then all of a sudden you are the machine. And like, what?
But the fact that they're still playing though, the fact that they're still playing, the fact that we have all these 90s groups are still playing music. I don't know how many groups today are going to be around 30 years from now.
Probably not.
With this new YouTube
And I'll say this
right?
about Rage Against the Machine. When you get that song where he goes, wow, 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 when you do that, that's the best drop. And then he's like, go with it now. Yeah, so I'm just saying, that's it.
I'm going to give it to you. Is that song?
No, that's Red Hot Chili.
That's Red Hot Chili.
That is Red Hot Chili. Okay, give me Rage Against the Machine. Hold on.
Let me handle the white 90s band.
No,
you just stick to your lane.
No, they said, I won't do what you tell me, right? That's their song.
No, that was Limp Bizkit.
That is Rage. 100% that's Rage. Because they did it on BBC. 100% they did that.
They said,
I won't do what you tell me. That's their song.
They say, But never mind. It is 888-SAY-ESPN. It's Matt and Myron. I'm not going to sit here and explain to you all these 90s bands. Let's talk about the NFL for a second.
That was them.
Even though James does not have it yet on the screen. Let's talk about the NFL. There are four teams that you could make an argument have sort of disappointed so far this year in some form. And they're probably the four teams that were the four-season Super Bowl favorites, right? If you're going into it, you probably would have said, I like the Eagles, I like the Bills, I like the Chiefs, and I like the Ravens. Now, the Bills have only lost one game, so I don't want to go too crazy. But the Eagles have now lost back-to-back. Ravens are 1-4. Chiefs are 2-3. All four of those teams have had struggles to start the year. My question for you is, of those four, do you think all of them come back? None of them come back? Or if not, which of the ones are you not concerned about?
Yeah, I mean, the Bills are probably not necessarily on the same list. I mean,
last week lost the game, so you're not putting them on the list.
Yeah, and I think last week was more about the Patriots kind of surging maybe early with Mike Vrabel, Drake May getting better.
Still only won on the road in a tough spot and kind of controlled the game.
They did. I mean, Stephon Diggs is still an all-pro elite receiver. We're seeing that. Josh Allen did things he doesn't normally do. I think he had an interception and a fumble. Keon Coleman fumbled a pass. I mean, so I think that was more of a sloppy team that made some big mistakes and not a team that has some real personnel issues. The other teams you just mentioned, though, I think are in a different category. I'm probably least concerned about the Eagles because their stuff seems more like in the locker room.
See, that's why I am concerned about it.
Yeah.
Because on paper, they shouldn't have an issue. And yet they're still having issues. And again, they went to the Giants. They didn't just lose. Giants controlled that game. Right?
That's true.
The Giants controlled that game. I am worried about the Eagles because they haven't had a passing game all year, Myron. All year.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're doing 4 straight tush pushes, that tells me you don't really trust the other things you do.
Yeah, but against the Broncos before that Thursday night game, I think Jalen Hurts had his best performance of the year. I think the problem with A.J. Brown is he's now becoming the story.
Yes.
Like now all of a sudden, every game is A.J. Brown happy. And no team wants to be in that situation. And we saw him reading a book on the sidelines last year. And nobody cared because it was like they're still winning. Now that stuff is starting to affect the team. And I think when you're struggling, it only makes it worse.
Let me go. I assume you're worried about the Ravens. If not, you should be, right? 1-4, Lamar not playing. I think that's legitimate. What about the Chiefs? 2-3. Should have won the game in Kansas, in Jacksonville. It's kind of a fluke loss. You know, Mahomes throws the 99-yard interception. Trevor Lawrence falls down. Like, there's a little bit of a flukishness there. They have one more very difficult game today. But then their schedule opens up some. Are you worried about them?
Wait. Why did you call it a fluke loss?
Well, I mean,
last
they're
year,
up 10-0. They're up there.
They won games like this all last year, and I don't think you called it fluke wins.
Yeah, I did. I said that they all year was saying they're winning these games, but that those will easily flip at some point. But my point is they're up 10-0. They're driving to take a touchdown that I think wins the game, and then Mahomes makes a throw that's stupid that he normally doesn't make, and all of a sudden instead of 17-0, it's 10-7. That's just a weird situation. But so it sounds like you may really be concerned about them.
Well, yeah, I mean, because I think they're losing the games that they won last year, but they should have lost those games too. Like this is what Kansas City has been over the last 2 seasons.
But they still
won a bunch of these thrilling games. Yeah, but there was some luck involved.
That's a pretty but. Well, there wasn't luck in the playoffs. They just won in the playoffs.
Yeah, but there was some luck in terms of them getting to that moment. They won a bunch of one-score games. There were a bunch of games, if you go down last year's schedule, that they should have lost, and it just didn't happen. Now they're losing those games. They're not getting the lucky bounce at the end of the game.
Okay.
They're not getting the lucky call at the end of the game. So now all of a sudden, they're not putting up the wins they did a year ago. But I think this is what they become. A team where the margin for error is just smaller than it's been in past years with Mahomes.
I don't disagree with any of that. But then when they got to the playoffs last year, the games weren't close. Except for the Bills game. They just won. And when it was time, Mahomes made the plays. So I'm kind of the opinion that's what's going to happen again. I think this year they might go into the playoffs at 9-8 or 10-7. But when they get in those games, I'm still believing in Mahomes. I mean, I would, if you made me bet right now, I would take the Bills over them in the playoffs. But beyond the Bills, there's still no team in the AFC that I have more faith in the playoffs in a one-game scenario than the Chiefs.
Yeah, hard to argue against that.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're right. These are the games they won last year flipping. But just like last year, all those games being close really didn't matter in their playoff performance. I kind of think the same thing's going to be this year. It's just going to be in reverse. They're going to have lost these games, but in the playoffs, still be the same thing. We're going to do more NFL. That's next, right here on Matt Meyer.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Live streaming audio, podcasts, video highlights. The Arizona Sports app has all this and more from the local sports leader, including Cardinals play-by-play.
Harrison goes up and stabs it for a touchdown.
Download the Arizona Sports app, presented by Ready Services Plumbing and Air Conditioning.
Protect your home and auto by bundling them with Progressive, and you'll have a little less to worry about. But we know you'll find other things to worry about. Like that text you just got from your boss. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Oh, hey, call me when you get a sec. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, well, at least you protected your home and auto with Progressive, so you don't have to worry about that. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
Upgrade your laundry routine with a durable and reliable Maytag laundry pair at Lowe's. Like the new Maytag washer and dryer with performance-enhanced stain-fighting power, designed to cut through serious dirt and grime. And what's great is this laundry pair is in stock and ready for delivery when you need it the most. Don't miss out. Shop Maytag in-store or online today at Lowe's.
Football.
Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports. Burns and Gambo talk Diamondbacks baseball with D-backs manager Torey Lobello. Brought to you by Estrella Jalisco. Don't miss Burns and Gambo